Hello. Can everybody hear us okay?
Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear us.
Where's Miss? I don't think they can hear us. I don't think they can hear us. Yes. Can you hear us okay out there, Miss Chewy? Yeah? Let me take it back down.
I sent you the link to her live, yeah. Yes.
Okay, Miss, you're up here. Well,
I thought she said she wanted down.
no, she said that she sent the link to the live to Gatekeeper.
There you go.
Miss Chewy!
Hello.
Yay!
Now, right. Has anybody heard from Carson?
I haven't. I can't even check my phone.
Did she say anything, Bubbles?
Let me message her real quick.
Not yet, but at least he's on the way.
No, I know I see my girl, Gone Girl in here. Hey, girl. Juicer and H.
Are you live?
Yeah, we're live.
I think so.
Okay. Sorry.
I hope so. Am I? I think H. Davis said he could hear us okay. Juicer says we did it. Hey, Wicked. And Nomad Beads. Yep, I think we're okay. Dawson. And I can't check. There's Miss Horton. Hi, Miss Ann. I can't check my messages. So
But don't worry about those. You probably need to mute your phone.
I can't even check my phone because that's what I'm using for a microphone. It somehow hooks.
Put on Do Not Disturb for your notifications because it keeps coming through the live.
Yeah, but if I touch it in any way, if I go to a different thing, I'll have to redo the whole.
You just deal with it.
It's fine.
Yeah, just have to deal with it. And I don't know how many. It says 6 I can have up here, right? Did you guys check your messages? Is she going to come up? We're waiting for Carson.
Let me look and see.
Hey, H. Davis. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah.
Hey, Shani B. Juicer. Johnny.
Okay, she's stopping something.
I'm going to mute for a second, though, so you guys.
Hey, Miss Ann. Hope you're feeling okay today.
Her computer's restarting.
Did you guys hit the like?
Yes, please hit the like. You may want to mod up some more. If you have, you do, but if you don't worry about it.
Is everybody having a good week?
Sorry. I guess you guys can tell that Wicked's, she's fairly new to this, and we're here to support her, and we're here to tell
support each other through all this crap that's been going on. We just wanted to address a few things that we're not able to address on certain channels because every time we go there, we get blocked. We get told, "When you come up here, you try to go up there, and you're blocked, Miss Jinkies." So, after 10 lives of her talking mad shit, I think we have a couple things we'd like to say, right?
Correct.
Yes, we're here.
Okay. So I didn't know. That's my friend Gone Girl in the chat. She's awesome. I didn't know you knew who Matthew was. Do you know who we're talking about when we say Jinkies? Oh, that's right. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Oh my goodness. Oh, I've been so stressed out all day. I'm so sorry. Oh,
Happy birthday to you.
you didn't want me to sing. But we will definitely, sort of.
Happy birthday.
So is I didn't look to see if she's backstage. Hold on. Do you know how to do? I don't see her.
You would see her down below.
I would. Okay.
Yeah, you'll see her down there when she comes up.
She's always fashionably late. But I didn't listen to really any of her live tonight. Somebody said she was talking shit about me, but I guess because she knew I was doing this live. I did listen to some of the screaming match that he got from Daisy's.
Yeah, apparently it's still going on.
Is it? I figured.
Yeah.
Where do you guys want to start, or are we just going to wait for Carson?
I mean, this is your show, hun.
This is our show. I just wanted to get a platform so we could all have a place to speak. I'm gonna if I keep continuing to do this, I want it to be like an open panel where you just come up here and shoot the breeze, whatever, talk about certain subjects, talk about 10 subjects, But I just wanted to start off the first one with just speaking our piece. We were nothing but good to Jinkies. We supported her. We was worried about her. And the more we worried about her, it seemed like the more paranoid she got. And just up and left the chats, and her little 3 minions followed. And next thing we know, she's talking crap about it. And
So,
lies.
Why did she leave? Why did she get upset and leave?
Because of Bubbles. Because of Miss Beautiful Bubbles up here. She was jealous about the relationship that Bubbles and Miss Chewy had. And she tried to turn all of us against her. And when we wouldn't listen to her anymore, we just, we love her. We like her. So she left. Gone Girl. I did not. But I did have some strongly worded words to say.
We've heard quite a few.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I mean, we've just been standing up for what's right is right. So, I know. There she is. There she is. Miss America. Dumplings.
Hi. I had to delete my message. I'm echoing.
Oh, she's echoing. What do we do about that? I don't know how to fix that.
I don't hear an echo.
Did you hear one?
It might sort itself out. I think we're good.
Okay.
I don't hear nothing.
I think it's good now.
Oh, she's gone.
Where'd she go? This is our tech girl, so we really need her up here.
Is she back down? Is she down in the backstage?
I don't see her. There she is.
Sorry. It goes on that.
Don't be doing that.
Well, I'm trying to plug in so I can share this.
Well, you keep kicking yourself.
Is she touching her earbud again? Every time she touches her earbud, and then I started doing it, it would just kick you off.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, I probably should plug in my microphone, I guess. I'm scared to touch it.
Well, that's a new one I didn't know you could do.
I didn't either, and I'm just like home, and I just space.
You just muted yourself.
Uh-oh. Hopefully she didn't do something to her phone. Now she won't have a... Or do something to her microphone and she won't have a...
Right.
I need the link again, she said.
Oh, man.
Oh, your sound's back.
She's got a million things plugged in over here, too. Link.
Should be right there on the screen under... Right there at the bottom of the screen, you should be able to click on it.
There she is.
Okay, I'm touching nothing. Maybe. All right. Let me get this streaming. Are y'all doing okay so far?
Yeah.
I'm echoing.
I
It'll
don't
work
hear.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's just me. All right, let me find it. I forgot how to do this.
Okay, so my mic's still all right. It's still working. Yeah, I only called 3 times today trying to get a figure all this out, so I'm good. Technology hates me, by the way, y'all.
I need you to do something. Miss
Okay.
Judy, do you remember when you turned on? So, like, me and Jinkies and Miss Ann could share to our streams. Was it in StreamYard or YouTube where you had to go to settings to turn that on?
I think it... I didn't have to do anything. Y'all did.
Let me Google it.
Yeah,
Because I don't see the option in StreamYard, so it has to be.
I think it's StreamYard.
Oh,
But let me
yeah.
make sure.
Yeah, there's usually a red square up there
Right.
that share to your channel.
Maybe
So
because it's the version that it is, maybe.
no, well, maybe, I don't know.
Well, Miss
There
Ann,
is-
we need mods.
You have to go to settings. Do you see settings at the bottom of your screen?
Yes.
Wicked's down to it.
Well, I did it. Well, Miss Chewy actually, she's the manager on
Okay,
duty.
Miss Chewy. So click settings,
Uh-huh.
and then what do you see?
I see camera, audio, virtual background, hotkeys.
Dang it.
Hotkeys sharing. Share screen. Share video. Share image.
Maybe.
Stream recording. Layouts.
Wait, wouldn't Wicked have to do it since it's her panel?
No, she gave Miss Chewy.
She just made me a managing mod is all.
Hey, Johnny. Oh, okay. Manage a mod. Then you got to do it, Wicked. Do you see the settings at the bottom?
No.
It looks
It
like
should
a
be
little
mute.
gear.
Do what?
Start. There
ahead.
should be
Okay, yeah.
right?
I see it.
Okay, click on
Okay.
settings and tell me what you see.
I see an empty screen and my camera and what do you want me to? What do you want me to? I have my camera, my audio, visual background, recording, hotkeys, layouts, guests.
Click guests. Now, what's
Okay.
the options on that page?
It is guests can stream to their own destinations. Is that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That should.
No, because that's not free, y'all. I just have the free version.
Well, crap.
Okay.
Dang it. It's fine. It's okay. We'll just share it out.
I shared it, but you know what?
I
we
am
did?
so sorry, you guys. I am the first time I went live was actually on YouTube itself, so it was a lot.
You
And I
can,
was just
you
doing
can
a
go
test.
live and share it, stream it.
Oh, yeah. I'll do that. Okay. And then we'll direct everyone here.
Yeah.
Good thinking, Miss Chewy. That's good thinking.
Juicer is asking for the link.
Okay. I'll text it to her. Let me get. Hold on, y'all. We'll get it going in just a second. I promise. Okay, let me get the link. Hey, Nomad. H. Davis. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm the late one all the time. Okay.
Yeah, I never get to see Nomad anymore since you haven't been live.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I'm texting it to you now, Juicer. I had to send it to Messenger first. All right. So did y'all? Did I miss? Like, did y'all start or?
You,
No.
no, I just kind of just said, we were just having issues with Jinkies and that she has done 11 lives just saying hateful things about all of this, especially Bubbles and you and Miss Chewy. And that she tells us to come on up on panel if we got something to say, and then you're blocked. So, all saying, hey.
Well, okay. Y'all, I'm losing my touch too.
And just kind of what I was wanting to do with, just introducing the channel. Just if I hope to have more lives, it's not all going to be about this drama. It's just whatever anybody wants to talk about, open panel.
Okay.
And hopefully I'll get better at it, I'm sure.
You will. You will.
Oh yeah, you'll get more comfortable with it, and it'll come natural to you.
Yeah. Just, yeah, seriously, technology hates me. You can ask anybody who knows me. It runs from me. I don't know why.
Trying
It's
to
okay,
think.
but you did good figuring that out, though. The microphone and everything.
Hey, Anita. Good to see you. Hey, Hossein. Ruby Joy.
Anita.
Yes, and
Now,
hey,
how do I
David.
do mods again? I just click on their name and.
Yeah, but you don't do it in StreamYard. It has to be YouTube.
Oh.
So if you don't have YouTube brought up, don't worry about it right now.
Okay. It's up there in my.
I can't go live and stream it because
Right.
we would hear ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah. We just have to. We can restream it later.
Yeah, it'll be good.
We can restream it with Restream.
I probably should have started with that one.
It's
Wait, what is? I don't think the link worked for Juicer.
Where's she at? Is she still? Oh, let me look down here. She's backstage.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't see you. You were hidden under there.
It's all good.
Juicer. So, are you going to be able to show? Are you going to be able to show the what we have to show?
Bubble?
no.
Because you got to have receipts. And then
It's
if you
not.
have,
I'll go down. I'll go down if I need to,
Why?
because she only has six spots.
well, that's all
needed-
the y'all are
But
up here.
you gotta have a spot to be able to present, right?
It says
Hi,
present
hi,
or
Ellen.
invite.
Let you do it.
Okay, hold on. I'll try and see.
You'll have to okay it. Wicked.
Whose phone that is? Okay. Y'all are gonna kill me with my
All right.
noise.
I'll go down. I'll go down and go back and chat then.
No, don't wait until we see if we can do it or not.
Yeah, we're trying to see if
Yeah, just hold your little horses, little lady. I'm trying to find a picture to present. I don't even know what's safe because I can't read them. Here,
I can
we'll do this. Now, accept it, add it to stage. Here,
Do what now?
so add it to stage, the picture that's down there.
Oh,
Yay.
We're good. We are
Well,
good.
woohoo!
You got this. That's my screensaver.
Oh, now where did it go?
I left it. I mean,
Oh. You got me. Where did it go?
I left it.
all of it.
Over.
Did you get all your
All right.
mods?
Wait, what?
Did you get all your mods?
No,
Unless
I got one, and that's Miss Julie.
she can't do it unless she's in YouTube, but she's in
StreamYard.
StreamYard right now. So
I'm in YouTube. I can do it too.
Yeah, you can
Hey,
do that.
Janie B, Ruby Joy, Miss Ann. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all know I'm gonna be distracted.
I'm gonna comment so you can
You
make
can
them.
add mods, can't you, Miss Julie?
No.
No.
Oh, I thought you could. Never mind.
Don't think so. No.
So if I just go click over to
YouTube.
okay, we'll see how well this goes.
Okay, I'll comment.
Okay, I can still hear y'all. Do I just click on the live itself?
Yeah. Mute it. Didn't I just say hi to all sane?
Yes, you did.
Okay, just making sure, right?
Mhm.
Is it customized?
You should just click on their name and then you can say make mod
Yeah.
in the chat.
Hey, Penny Riddle. Hey, Ryan.
I see.
You saw what? Turtle Talk, why are you open?
Uh-oh.
Ow.
Baby's medicine.
Wait, what'd you say, Carson? Why am I what?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
It was echoing through you, but you're good now.
Oh, I was trying to tell Wicked how to turn her phone down, but if she clicks off of the app she's using, then she loses it all. So she couldn't turn her phone on do not
Okay. Okay. You can do it from StreamYard. You can make mods from StreamYard, Miss Ann, because I use Restream. So I can't remember.
I don't know how to. You have to do it from the YouTube studio. I've never been able to do it in StreamYard.
Me either. Or just normal YouTube.
Yeah, you have to do it from YouTube.
Yeah. Wicked, you need help? I hear her clicking. Oh, that's not her. We're gonna get it going in a minute, Gone Girl. Gone Girl. I haven't seen her in a long time.
Yeah, Wicked said she's her friend. One of her friends. It's her birthday.
Nice.
It's on her birthday.
Happy birthday, Gone Girl. Happy birthday to you. You're 102. Just kidding.
JK.
But saying, I want to see what you're talking about with this making mods their StreamYard. I don't remember that. I don't know, my chair is on my shoulder.
Austin Hush.
Hey, Nomad.
Okay, it is like repeating and echoing and everything is of this.
You
What
must
is?
be playing in the YouTube.
Yeah, because you need to mute YouTube.
She's got to learn somehow, y'all.
Yeah.
God, my nose is itching.
Oh my goodness.
Miss Anders, it only holds 6 people in this version.
Nothing, Austin. I was
Photo
just messing
Mom.
with you.
Yeah, and the free. For free. Did you get it, Wicked?
No.
Okay, you know up in your taskbar where it says YouTube? Like up at the top?
I'm trying to mute it. Oops.
Missed you, Ruby Joy.
Click.
Missed all of you.
Hey, Ruby.
I know, Austin. I was messing with you, dude.
Stay still. Penny Riddle, I love you.
No,
Oh,
Juicer,
there.
you know he's
You got
gonna
it.
try to do that.
Same Ruby Joy's a mod, so she's got it.
I was only able to do a couple before all that chaos started coming through the audio.
Oh, well, then that should be good, you know?
I meant to get a few of you more. I'll hit you up here in a minute. It was crazy.
Man, I'm not a mod.
Oh, good grief. Get Turtle Talk. She just said hey again. She's going to have a conniption.
No,
I'm afraid to go back over there.
don't.
Don't worry about it. We got
The whole
show on
screen
the road.
completely changed. I'm like, oh, shoot.
All right, who's presenting?
You're a plumber. Oh, you ever?
What? He's a plumber.
Oh.
He has a wrench.
Is that crack showing?
No, the wrench.
Oh, okay.
No. Miss Anna, she got it now.
Ryan.
All right. Bubbles, are you going to unmute and
Oh, Juicer needs to be a mom.
Ruby Joy's laughing at me. Hey, Penny Riddle.
did you get your wrench, Turtle Talk?
No, I'm afraid. I don't want to go back over there. I told you the screen changed. Hold on.
No, it's
Try
all right.
No, I
again.
got the
Go
giggles.
back.
This isn't
Get
good.
Anita.
Ugh.
I really need to draw my eyebrows on more.
You on YouTube. Okay. Continue to YouTube. Okay, I'm back.
Me too, Anita.
Mhm.
I know, no matter. It took me a second. Bubbles, you're unmuted.
Yeah, what you questioning me about?
Are you going to present?
What do you mean? I don't even. I sent all that to you guys. I thought y'all were.
Okay. Hey,
No,
Dawson, CC.
I'm not going back over
What,
there.
Bubbles? Go ahead.
no, nothing. I'm just just
Here
confused.
for moral support.
Didn't know who was actually doing the presentation part, so I wasn't prepared for that.
That's okay. We can do it. Let me go find the. I was not prepared for that either, but we got this.
Well, I mean, like I'd have to get on the computer in order to be able to share, I think, anyway.
Yeah, you would. So it would be easier for one of us to do it if I can scroll up and find it. I see a bunch of rats.
That's our private chat group. Don't you be telling.
Okay.
Oh, it's okay. It's done been spread around everywhere.
These songs.
I know, we're so horrible.
What the heck?
Oh, Nomad Beats is a plumber too.
It's way up there because
Let me ask you a question. So there was an I know Diamonds is upset with you about something supposedly that you did or something that you supposedly said. Do you want to comment on that, or you want to? What do you want to do? Just wondering.
she's muted. I don't know if she's over in YouTube making mods or not.
Well, I can pull up the picture of what she's upset about, and we can start
Let's
there.
do that. Yeah, let's do that. Because we need to clear up some things when it comes to that, because some things got mixed up. Let's just say mixed up. And we want to make sure that it's, that the truth. That's what we want to make sure that the truth is.
Okay.
Can you add that to screen?
I paused. I didn't know because you guys I could hear you like twice and everything, so I paused YouTube, and we're still going here. So it's like, okay, I didn't get everybody I wanted to get, but I got a few of you to start.
Miscombobulated.
Miscombobulated. That's a good
You're
word.
good, Wicked.
Okay, cool.
Hey, can you pull up that picture?
Yes, ma'am.
To show what Diamonds is upset if.
Did you discuss this with Nomad?
Yes.
Okay, because I don't want to get anybody, because
she said that's fine.
Okay. So Wicked commented, could you imagine? I don't want to read it. So you got to read that. I'm not even in. I'm read that.
Could you imagine? I could barely see it. Living with that, was it ghetto bitch, and having to wake up with her every day, something along those lines. Because I've heard nothing but her scream and yell every time. I've never heard her talk until just recently. She's usually just up there yelling and getting louder than everybody. And we were supporting Jinkies. And Jinkies had to, she was over there talking mad stuff about her. So
I want to add in, I heard Diamonds ask someone on one panel, what exactly is ghetto? Well, in my eyes, as a little white girl, it's an attitude. Like, I can get ghetto when I get mad, and I'm as white as it gets, right? And Jinkies gets ghetto when she gets mad, and Wicked definitely gets ghetto when she gets mad. It's more of an attitude.
We all can attest to that. You've all heard me in chat.
Yeah, do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't, to me, it has nothing to do with a race. It's not connected to a certain race. Like,
actually,
tell me y'all's opinions.
Not me, I'm innocent.
From the word started from a Jewish neighborhood, is where it originally started, like way back when. is what they called that. So
in the 40s.
yeah.
Dang, that's a Jewish
So
hating
we were
word.
past that, but yeah, so she calls me racist because I called her a ghetto bitch, and I'm sorry, but don't act like a ghetto bitch, and I won't call you a ghetto bitch. So
She
that's all I
means
have
she's
to say about
sorry, Diamonds. She means she's sorry.
Hey, we
And
should all be ghetto bitches at one
I've
point.
never heard her
yeah,
talk
we can all be
until
that.
recently. And then I have to say that I actually agree with a lot of what she's saying. I mean, she speaks when she
Truth.
does truth. I mean,
Yeah, now that Jinkies' true colors have came out.
yeah, I mean, Jiki's was telling us horrible things, and I just came in while she was on the way out. So I've never heard anything good about her.
Do you want me to pull up the other picture, Miss Chewy? Should we show that?
Oh,
It's
Well, I
just
wasn't the one who
That is-
called her. The
That
the other
called-
picture is
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
you want me to?
yeah.
Okay. So this Nomad Beads, I love you so very much. But just to not cross any wires, we've already showed this once and talked to Nomad about it. So you can pull it up. Wicked. Nomad is the one who put the Puerto Rican flag with a trash can. And a lot of people were still thinking that was wicked.
And
So
and I'm sorry, but if Diamonds, she has this because we've seen her. It's in her little short, and she accused it of being me. And
Yeah,
so she knows this. She knows it's not me who said that.
are two different people.
So she's upset with Wicked for something that she didn't do.
Yeah, calling her
And
ghetto Puerto Rican trash is what she said, but that's not what the comment said. That's two.
it wasn't about ghetto.
No, it's called her.
no, it was
well,
about
I guess
the flag and the trash can.
Okay. Well, maybe that screenshot she had just had the name cut out, and she just thought she just saw wrong.
That's
And
possible.
whoever sent her that screenshot, and if they did it that way, then she needs to be side-eyeing that person.
Yeah, right. I told him that, Nomad. I told him you wouldn't mind. Okay, so let me get to the other thing we got to pull up.
Right? I mean, exactly, Nomad. Same here. I've said a lot worse than.
So was
Especially-
this? I went all the way up.
Oh,
was-
same.
Yeah, she-
That would take forever.
That's why we need to.
Oh, here, let's share this picture real quick before we get started. Where's our whiteboard, right? There you go. We could pull that up. Let's let everyone read that while I look for the other thing.
I love that. I almost use that as a.
The one thing I'm looking for before Wicked sent all these songs or after, if y'all remember.
Are you
What do you
looking for my timeline?
Yeah.
Let me
It was.
I'll just put it in there again.
Oh, did you?
No, I'll do it now.
You're awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Juicer, for what you put in that in our
Yes,
chat.
with a timeline and whiteboards and a projector screen and a laser printer or laser pointer.
I think one thing we all need to remember is we all need to be held accountable for what our own person says and not what our friends say, not what our chat says. Everyone's like, okay, so while we're waiting for Bubbles, one thing I want
That's funny, Johnny.
What'd you say?
It wasn't on Matthew's panel though. Matthew was playing it.
yes, that's the one. Okay. So I want to
Wait, did you read the comment before you agreed with it?
talk about Stinky.
Okay.
Okay, so
And Adrian,
that's who he means. I was just like, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that she's inbred. I'm just saying, yeah, that's her. That's who you talk about. Okay, let me clear. So Diamonds, I'm gonna address you with this. I saw you on that video that Matthew was replaying. You were very upset that I brought your friend's name into it. And yeah, I understand that. That's disgusting. I do not know her. I love her because I've seen her be so kind, and every time she spoke to me and stuff, she's been so kind, but I do not know her like that. The reason I stated her name at all was because I was just reading the text out loud and her name was in the text. And the reason to show those texts, it wasn't even so for H, it was a part of it was her sharing the number without permission. But the main thing I believe as a group we're trying to show is the thing that had H so upset and the way that the person that was talking to H in the text messages was speaking before thinking, or just the way she was talking to H, or all the pressure she was putting on him as a person, and it wasn't cool. And I wanted, I'll speak for me, okay? I wanted to show what was going on behind the scenes with what she was saying to him, just because none of that ever gets shown, and they're not going to sit up there. The person is not going to sit up there and be like, hey, I said, because if you saw the message, what she said was not cool. So that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted people to see with that. And I did not want it for the drama to keep going. It was kind of like to shut the people up that were like, so like the person that was texting H was jumping up trying to say, act like H had done something wrong and stuff. It was kind of to try to, our aim was to kind of settle that down and show look, this is exactly what happened, because the best thing to do to clear stuff up and keep everything transparent is to show the crap, in my opinion. But Diamonds, I understand, and I do not know her, and I don't want any respect. I don't want any disrespect towards her. And I think we all agree with that. I don't even want to say her name.
Just know that we're praying for her.
Yes.
Yes. And her family.
Yes.
And all her loved ones.
Yes.
And if Aunt Sherry goes up there and stays with her, that would be really cool too. So yeah, no.
Well, she said that Aunt Sherry
malice as people think. Huh?
She said that Aunt Sherry bought her the hoist. That was really cool.
Oh yeah. That's awesome. So okay.
But Aunt Sherry and she is whatever that group thinks, then that's what she goes with. And it's like she, nice to your face, but on another panel, shit behind your back.
Yes, I agree, Shani.
Yes, Shani. Shani. I call her Shani. Y'all call her Shani. I think Shani's right. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready? You're going to have to just accept, pull that up on panel. Okay. Oh, no. Who wants to read it?
What is it?
On you, Carson.
Who wants to read it?
I can just say what's on there.
Okay, yeah.
Everybody would like to say that I didn't know Sherry, never, didn't have a relationship with Sherry, but I very well did. September the 11th, actually, of 2024 was the very first time that I spoke with Sherry via telephone. So that's the first where the initial contact with Sherry. So yes, I did know Sherry. Second, is this painting for Sherry. And no, I did not attach all of the screenshots here because they've already been shown a multitude of times. However,
and if y'all need them, ask us.
Yeah, right. No, I mean, absolutely. I can share it once again. I was just saying I didn't attach them here. But yes.
Yeah, we did that on Miss Chewy's channel. What,
right.
3 weeks ago? Yeah.
Right. Which was the only time that we were going to address this, but it seems that You know what? Never mind. Anyway, so around November 22nd, and I'd actually been working on this painting for Sherry for a good minute, and I have screenshots of that as well. I'm trying to jump ahead of myself because I'm really upset about that. But anyway, so there's text messages showing that I asked Sherry for her address. She gives it to me, and asks me, it tells me, tell me what I owe you, and then she would use my return address. I avoided the question because I didn't create the art for profit. It was from my heart. I asked Miss Sherry if she wanted a photo, and she responded that yes, and asked for the cost once again. Miss Sherry, I'm just going to read it. Miss Sherry stated that she wanted to pay me for my talent. My talent, not the cricket talent, my talent.
There was no cricket used.
Obviously.
Absolutely not. And you know what? Since you just said that, let me just go straight there. For someone to have done so much research on a cricket and what all it does, and the $1,000 and all these things that she knew so much about,
Who?
Sherry, that you should also know that a cricket does not put paint on a canvas, which is what she received. I have screenshots
I can
showing
show them
what.
the screenshots of your progress.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I gotta stop sharing. Because I think that's really important, because this came from your heart. And if you're like me, when I make something for someone and they ask me how much, it just like, that you deserve to be paid for the stuff you're doing, but it's hard because you made it with love. So it's it's hard.
Right.
Okay. Wicked, if you can add this to the screen also, please. Now, guys, when it gets added, it scrolls down, which is what happened. Like, it automatically scrolls down. Is it up there yet?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So, that's definitely part of the progress of said painting. As you can see, it's a wreck right there because I was just beginning it. That is acrylic paint. That is not canvas. Gosh, that is canvas. That is not Cricut. You can see my paint container right above, where I had all my, and even the design, where I had my paint brushes, and the paint itself is right underneath the canvas, but you can't see it because I have the painting laying on it. But as you can see, there is no Cricut. If I were using a Cricut, yes, it's another one.
And there it is.
Right. And that's the ending. With acrylic. And okay, thank you for zooming in, because you can clearly see that is paint on a canvas. Look at the wings, the purple part. You can see the thickness, the layers.
And right here, the black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right, exactly.
And if you have ever painted on a canvas, you can clearly tell.
That is really beautiful. I've never seen it like that up close. That's very pretty.
Thank you
Look at
so
the
much.
spoon details. That Cricut did a good job on that.
I mean, it did.
And I know it may sound stupid. I don't know if all of you, everybody in chat, has heard everything but I mean, they're saying that she put a sticker on it and sent it to her, is basically what they're saying.
You want to tell them what you did on the back in case someone hasn't heard?
Oh yes, absolutely. So thank you for saying that, because I also feel pretty certain that my Cricut also didn't write a poem directly to Sherry's nephew. about his mom. That poem was written. That poem was written directly for him, and not just him, but it was to Miss Sherry too. It was about Sherry's sister and his mom. I did this out of the kindness of my heart. I didn't do it because I was trying to find money. I designed that with her sister in mind. Because you can go out there, guys. Go ahead. Go look for that specific image. You're not going to find it because I designed that specifically with her sister in mind right before I painted it. But, and, so, and just the paint alone, if we want to go there, is so worth so much more than $5. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there. But Sherry, I told Sherry,
Canvas was probably $12 itself, or 10.
yeah, it'd be just the paint by itself. But
No, the actual canvas you put the paint on.
oh yeah, I'm
Like-
sorry. I thought you said the painting. Yeah.
Those things aren't cheap.
Yeah, canvas is not cheap at all.
Right. And so I don't know if I want to do. Should I say a name or not?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Don't hide anything. Transparency.
Okay. So Abigail Rose would like to talk
Oh,
about
shoot.
how this painting was worth $5, but yet I charged Sherry $250.
Oh, is Abigail said
Okay.
that?
Abigail said that. She sure did.
Last night.
Yeah. And Sherry, instead of straightening her out, because Miss Sherry would like for people to not know that she's trying to make things right behind the scenes. So I just go ahead and say that too. She oh, sorry, y'all. Oh, yeah. So Sherry, instead of correcting her, she definitely just said, well, I did not know that a cricket could do such things. I researched it, blah blah blah. Okay, you researched it. You know all about it, but yet you said you didn't. You said you had no idea what it was, what a cricket was. Which one is it? Which one is it? Anyway, back to the original thing. I did this out of the kindness of my heart. Again, I did this because it's who I am. I did this because that's what I do. I like to memorialize people and do it for their families. Sherry is not the only one that I've done that for. There's
Yeah,
been
she did one for my cat. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
I was like, what? Yeah. No, but I've done plenty things, and and I guess people are gonna say, yeah, okay, let me see receipts, but whatever. Back to what I was saying though is I didn't want to charge Sherry. That was not the point, but she kept insisting. So I just told her what I normally would charge people, and that was $1 per square inch. Her painting was a 12 by 12. I don't know, I'm not the best in math, but I'm pretty certain that, that would have equaled $144. Am I correct?
I don't know.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, but I said, there is no way that I'm going to charge you this. No way. And I said, okay, since she was insisting, I'm like, well, how do you feel? Is half of it okay? I even said, is that going to hurt you? Because I do not want you to do anything that's going to cause you financial burden. And she's like, no, absolutely not. I am fine. And she's like, I'm going to send extra for shipping. So I'm like, okay. All right. So I get it mailed off to her. Several times I got messages back saying, well, I can't, I'm not going to mail your check out till next week. Hey, Bubbles, I'm sorry. I hadn't got your check mailed out yet. And she told me some reasons, and I was like, it is fine. I told her it is not a problem in these text messages. And, but I was just gunning for money, apparently.
Which we text messages 3 weeks ago at Miss Chewy's. I mean,
exactly.
we've shown all this stuff, and they still keep coming back with the same narrative that fits what they want to, believe.
Exactly.
The narrative they want to run with. Well, if y'all want to see all these text messages, go to Miss Chewy's the live before last, right, Miss Chewy?
Yeah,
and
somebody put her channel in chat.
Okay, well, who knows how to get her link? I don't have a wrench yet.
I'll get it, but it's called The Truth.
Okay, the live's called Truth on Miss Chewy's channel.
Okay.
Turtle Talk's not alone.
Hmm?
That's too funny.
I missed something.
What happened?
I don't know.
Turtle Talk's doesn't have a wrench, I think is what's.
Yeah, I
Turtle
meant
Talk's not alone, you said.
Yeah, like we're both wrenchless.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
There goes Satan. Thank you.
Oh, Satan said he'll get it. Oh,
no bad beads.
no mad. Got it. Thank you.
That's awesome. Okay, so I will digress on that. And hurry through it. Just all right. So
that was really hurtful. When was that live yesterday? That was really hurtful for them to say. And Abigail, are you kidding me?
Yeah, now the price went from 200 to 400. Now it's 250.
I got some things to say about Abigail in a little bit.
Yeah.
And let's not forget about this damn thank you note.
Right, that's where I was going.
Hear about that one more time, I swear.
Yeah, and I don't understand why it's such a big deal. If her nephew supposedly sent a thank you card, you know what? Fantastic, thank you. But I told her, never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself. So anyway, Sherry sends me a check. I received the check. I opened it, and it was for $200. So I immediately messaged her, and I was like, "Hey, you sent me too much money." And yeah, and she's like, "Hush, puppy," and told me not to block her blessing. Okay. So, but I received that. I received the money part. All right. What is the big deal if he was supposedly only sending a thank you card? Supposedly. And for whatever reason, she wants to continue to say that I did not receive that thank you card, but I received the money.
Right.
Okay. Right. Then what is the big deal if there's nothing in that?
I want to add something very important. They also have, huh?
I said she's not even thankful for it, obviously, after last night.
Right. And they have informed delivery, which takes a photo of every mail piece that is possible to take a photo of. And those 2 thank you cards, not even 1 thank you card, ever came through to be delivered to Bubbles.
Exactly. So, thank you. So moving along, I don't know why she keeps dragging that, just trying to make it look all shady, and I just don't get it. But anyway, so that's really all I have to say, I guess, about the painting. I just want Sherry to know, like,
And shame on you, Sherry, for that, because she did it out of kindness of her heart. It was sweet of you to send extra because it was absolutely deserved, in my opinion. But you need to tell the truth.
Thank you.
Oh, she will if she was up around us, but she's not going to tell the truth anywhere else
Right.
because she's got to fit in with everybody.
She 100% admits it, to me in a text message.
Yep.
But yet
that's what I was getting ready to say. You recently, like a few days ago, received a message apologizing for Sherry saying that she was the reason that all this started.
No,
That
Matt.
it was her fault.
Right.
And apologizing that she should have just helped buy food for someone in need.
Which, listen, it's her money. She didn't want to. She didn't have to. Brandy just
Right.
knew she liked to help with good things like that and thought she would ask. Thought she would be a good candidate that would love to help someone. And she didn't want to. Fine. Not a big deal. Not even going to be mentioned again until y'all mention it.
Right, exactly. And she wants to say in these text messages, which, again, I'm very happy to show any screenshots, even though I point blank told Miss Sherry that I had
Wait.
no.
Wicked, you're echoing. Your feet.
I know. Sorry, I had to turn.
No, you're good. I'm just letting you know. Sorry, Bubbles.
No, that's okay. I told Sherry I never had any intention on showing any messages at all. But she and her YouTube whatever.
She didn't even tell us what you said, to be honest, until I think
last night.
Right. I think.
Yeah, I didn't tell you guys.
She did. Oh yeah. You said I'm going to respect her because she asked, and that's the right whatever you said, and we didn't know until you did your crap, and she thought she doesn't deserve the respect she's not giving me, and I agree.
Right, I'm going to continue to be respectful because that's who I am.
Yes.
So I'm gonna be as nice as I can, but enough is enough. She really should tell the truth. Okay. Anyway, if anyone wants to see those screenshots, just let me know. Because she's definitely
They're in Miss Chewy's.
Huh?
They're in Miss Chewy's, aren't they?
No, the recent screenshots is what she's talking
about.
about.
Oh, the recent ones. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, she once again tells me not to tell anyone. Just shh. Don't take screenshots and post them all over YouTube. Why not, Miss Sherry? Why not? Why does it matter if you're trying to, what you say, make amends? Because what she did was actually she tried to send money.
Bribery for hush money.
Right. She tried. You know what? I need to just pull up the for myself and read them because I don't want to say anything wrong. But overall view, she's saying, I'm trying to make amends and you're blocking my blessing, and I'm the reason for all of this, and I should have just helped when I was asked to the first time, and I just that the conscience that she's had because of it, and yada yada yada. I at first was okay. Wow, I my heart softened a little bit, and I was like, okay, Thank you for that. But yet, she then turns around and last night allows Abigail to just sit there and plain bluntly lie and not correct it. Okay, all right, I see you. I see you.
That's the worst thing to see in the world is someone who knows the truth sitting there not telling the truth. Ooh, that
Brandy.
fires me all the way up.
Man,
That has been the hardest part of all of this. Listening
Man.
to them
Man.
dox and lie, and when they're sitting there with their own little skeletons that we haven't said anything about at all.
Brandy, do me a favor.
Man.
I need you to read the response that you sent to Sherry when she offered the money.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's important. That Bubbles wrote, not anybody else.
Yeah.
Bubbles is very capable of conversations without any help.
What do you mean? My amateur psychology says I'm not.
And she's trying to take over Miss Chewy's channel. Gosh darn it.
Yeah, Bubbles. Why do you got to be so good at what you do?
I mean, I'm totally not, y'all. Okay.
You have malice intentions, and we all know it.
Yeah.
Yes, Jamie B. Hush money.
Somebody said that in the chat.
Yes.
They said it for us. I mean, all right. So I have the messages pulled up. So she sends me a message just out of the blue that says, "You'll see later who I am." And so I ask, "What is that supposed to mean?" She says, "I'm sending you a check via Chewy. I have a conscience and it hurts me. I caused all of this." I say, "Sending me a check for what?" She says, "None of this would have happened because I want to. Hush, puppy. I don't need a pocketbook. Peace in my heart is most important. Peace in my heart." Okay. And then she says, "Shh, please. I made a mistake. I should have helped. Please give me forgiveness. That's all I want." Okay. So this is my response to her. Please do not send any money. No one needs help anymore. God seen to it that all his children were taken care of. As far as all of this being your fault, in my opinion, it wasn't all your fault. And it was going to happen anyway. Jinkies has not liked me for a long time, and to justify her actions, she used you and how I was such an awful person to even have asked for help. Trust, I regret reaching out to you for help. I'm trying to say the same thing. I honestly thought I could trust you, and when all this happened and Jinkies was dragging me through the mud about it and saying she was going to call APS on me, I thought surely, being the person that I thought you were, you would clarify things instead of going with her false narrative. That is the part that really hurt me. Jinkies once again used you as a pawn in her game. Having you contact me to find out why I had a different address than the place I actually live was her doing just that. When in reality, I don't tell people where I live for my safety, which I explained to you over the phone the night you called me. However, like I said, this was going to happen because that is who she is. She had been trying to find something to use to turn everyone against me for what I'll never understand. Thanks for the offer to send money, but no thank you. I am literally not the person that I'm being made out to be. You are forgiven, so sleep with your mind and heart at ease. So she tells me, okay, the card is ready to go to the mailbox so her caregiver can take it tomorrow. I can't walk to the mailbox. If you don't want it, I will ask her caregiver, to shred it. I was trying to amend my wrong. I'm no one's puppet. I have free thought. No one told me to do this except God. I hope you forgive me for my errors. Are you going to put this on YouTube also? I hope not. I'm an old lady with a young conscience. Good night. And then she says, I will respect your wishes, though I know it literally says, I know IK could help everyone. Whatever that is.
You know, she didn't want it on YouTube so she could continue with the narrative that they're running with. And that's pretty crappy.
Right, exactly. And then she tells me, you took my blessing away because I told her not to send it to me. Should I keep going?
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yes, Shani B. This texts were just a couple days ago.
Yes. Okay, so I responded to her. I said, I understand that you were trying to amend your wrong. However, simply admitting where you were wrong is all I need. I already forgave you. I forgave you after it happened because despite what people would like to say, I do have a relationship with God, and I know that in order to be forgiven, I must first forgive. I asked for help for Anita back in January because she legitimately needed help, but now she is doing just fine. So, yes, ma'am, please do not send any money. I am by no means trying to take your blessing away either. I greatly appreciate the thought. I am sure there are others that may need help, but fortunately, I do not. Thank you for the apology. It's taken and accepted. I do still love you. Nothing changes that. Good night. And then I also said, oh, but just so you know, I had no intent to share anything on YouTube. However, Jinkies left me with no choice. Her response is comical. She says, I'm eating chicken noodle soup with crackers. I'm very frugal, so I can help others.
Hold on. 1 second. Wicked means the people like Jinkies, Hashy, Biscuit, all the ones that are sitting there letting lies fly, not correcting them, and making up lies themselves.
Well, Chicken Steak was just in here, so he has to be removed. Oh, sorry, Chicken Shit.
Okay, I'll be quiet. Go ahead, Bubbles.
Okay. Okay. So she says, she's eating chicken noodle soup. She's being frugal so she can help others. She says, I don't need the best of everything. And then says, I had to have an argument just to get my potty chair next to my bed. Her nephew will not tolerate the chance of me falling during the night. My bathroom is huge and it's tile and slippery. I wear hospital socks at night. Whine, whine, whine. That's her words, not mine. I even have a jacuzzi and a chandelier in my bathroom. Not boasting. It's a long way to walk at night. Then she says, it's dangerous. I'm a fall risk. If I break a hip, I'm gone. And then she says, also, I cannot feel my feet. I cannot drive. I'm stuck here. I'd like to see others stay in their home just for 3 months. It's been 12 years for me, but I'm strong. So I responded, I pray for you daily. I didn't send anything else after that until this past Saturday. She sends me a message and says, Brandy, you're a fine girl. Looking Glass, a song. It's old. I love everyone. It gets me in trouble. And it hurts. I respond, I understand that completely, and I love that song. She says, thank you. My biggest mistake was not complying with your request. I could have prevented all of the problems. I regret I didn't respond when called upon. I have asked God for forgiveness. So many people from so many places were asking for help. Again, I regret not answering to the call. By the way, Jinx never asked me for help. I offered, just like you offered in on your live with Abigail. Anyway, just like you ever just like you ever ask me for the painting, that's whatever that means, I do what I want. I've earned that right. I've been saddened since. So I said, that's just it, though. It's no one's business what you do with your money. It doesn't matter to me at all what you do with your money. Jinkies was the one who made it the problem. She wanted to make me look like I was engaging in elder financial abuse, and that cannot be further from the truth. I even apologized to you for asking for help. I was only trying to help a friend. However, I wish you wouldn't even put that much pressure on yourself, because Jinkies was going to find something to use to get rid of me. Factually, she dug 11 years back on my Facebook to point out something that my bio mom had posted on my page. Now that's some determination to find something. Lastly, I ask you, go ahead.
No, go.
Lastly, I asked you for help in January. That was 6 months ago. Why bring that up now? Because she needed something? But at the end of the day, I get you love everyone and you have every right to. I hope that you and Jinkies mend your relationship if that's what you want. I love you and always will. I just don't want anything to do with Jinkies ever again, and just pray that she would stop dragging my name through the mud, because she is only hindering my ability to fulfill my purpose in life, which is to help others. Not because I'm ever giving up, because I will not, but it makes it hard for me to trust, hard for people to trust me. I will continue being the advocate that I'm supposed to be. And she just says, I'm also an advocate. Please don't share these texts. Not even your closest friends. I will suffer from it. I never share mine.
I wonder why.
Right. She says, I've never had Facebook. Now you know why. I'm leaving YouTube also. Okay. She says, I hope you'll honor my wishes. I'm not Jinkies. And I'm
And
only
you would,
literally there's. I'm sorry, go ahead.
and you would have honored her wishes until she started going right back there and talking more crap.
If she
Exactly.
last
And-
night what was right instead of saying all those other lies and agreeing with Abigail that she sent 250, then this wouldn't have been talked about today.
Exactly.
There was something talked about tonight on Jinky's panel, and she said how she did nothing to Abigail to make her dislike her, or whatever. You know what? You did it to Brandy too. Brandy did nothing to you, and you turned on her. Abigail Rose did nothing to you, and you turned on her.
Yeah, supposedly.
We did nothing to you, and you turned on us. What is the issue?
That's okay. We gonna get there. We gotta finish this.
I literally there's three more messages I say in response to her, and thank you for that, Juicer.
Yeah, thank you, Juicer.
I said I never.
Brandy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm mute.
No, don't. It's fine. I said I never wanted or intended to share your text messages in the first place, but I literally wasn't given a choice when I was defamed. And even then, I didn't want to release any screenshots, but I had waited for you to correct her narrative. But when you did not, I had to tell the truth. And she says, thank you, with praying hands. That's the last time I talked to her.
I do have to address the fact that Jinkies went 11 years back into your Facebook, yet she sits there and says she ain't got time to pull up all these receipts that she has. She ain't got better things to do because she runs this fancy restaurant or YouTube channel.
And if you know me, if you truly know me, I tell the truth.
Right.
I have screenshots that would show how hard Jinkies digs, which isn't a big deal because we all dig about people that are in our lives, right? About friends, but it's a different, this is a different dig. but I'm going to be give the grace of not showing those to prove what I'm saying. The people that know me will take my word for it. We could prove so much, but we gotta show some grace, right? Right?
Sure. I
Wrong.
just say hi to Diamond. Yes, we've been on for an hour because we had a little rough start, you know.
Welcome,
Yeah.
Diamond. Thank you for coming.
Trying to figure it out. Technical difficulties. Do you want me to stay right here, Bubbles, or do you want me to scroll up some?
No, you can stay right there, and especially now, since Diamonds has come into the chat, because that next thing says Darren and the R word,
Okay.
which Diamonds addressed that a bit earlier with Matthew tonight, and I appreciate that because I literally was in the chat and just advocating against that word, and she just continued to let it be repeated, and I did nothing but advocate. And when it continued, I see other people in the comments, and they're saying that, hey, let's not use that word, that, that they weren't happy with that word either. And then what pushed it was the fact that H. Davis was in the chat, and it broke my heart to see him saying, hey, that word hurts me. And I'm just going to say it like I thought it. Jinkies, Darren gives her money. Let's just be honest. That's just another cash cow for her. So she lets Darren run off with the R word multiple times and never stopped him. So I'm like, okay, so that's the part that matters to you more, is the
I'm gonna
fact
comment
that,
on that when you're done.
yeah, okay. But I'm like, that's the part that matters to you more, is that you need to keep him happy versus H. Davis, who has been a supporter of yours for so long. You call him your twin.
And loves you with a different love than just, oh, love you, YouTube friend.
Right.
And
But yet,
Ryan.
and right, Ryan too. Like,
Hey, Sheila.
The reason I'm speaking of H. Davis in particular is because he was in the chat that I saw. And I saw where he said, can we not use that word? It hurts me. And I was so upset about that. Well, apparently, because I was advocating against using that word, I caused a big ruckus, and people, what did she say? That she had to shut the live down.
Yeah, she said you were trying to turn her whole chat against her.
Yeah.
Right.
Guess what? That never happened. She went on with the live.
Hey, Rita
Exactly.
R, Whistle, everyone that's coming, I think, from Matthews.
If you had a problem with it, you should have just left and not said anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, she got
Brandy,
scolded for that.
are you good now for me to tell?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. So I was up on panel when that happened, and I am going to be completely honest. I've never had a problem with the word. I mean, it hasn't been something, I don't have a personal situation in my life like where some have siblings and it hurt them that way. I've just never had anyone around to stop and think, don't use that word. But knowing that it hurt someone else, and I could see people in chat, getting a little bit hurt over it. Hey, KDO, I was on the panel and stopped the conversation and said, hey, Darren, that word, it's not, people frown upon it being used like that. You should probably apologize to some people in chat. And if no chicken snake, he can't top.
No, he came in here and wanted to be blocked, so I blocked him. And I'm going to block anybody who wants to come in here and be rude or nasty or anything else. So
He
wanted
wanted
to
to talk. He could have stayed and talked.
and anybody who comes in here wanting to be rude or anything like that. No, Matthew's not blocked. He's the only one so far.
No,
He
no
literally
one's
said,
blocked.
"Can I be the first person to be blocked in this chat?"
He won.
He could have absolutely. He was welcome to chat or whatever. But yeah, so I stopped the whole panel for that, and I wasn't a problem for doing that. But Bubbles in chat, after multiple times of us saying, you know, you might want to apologize, and him refusing and saying that's just how I talk, Bubbles said whatever she said, and I wasn't a problem stopping the whole talk on panel. It was. So why not point at me first is what I'm saying, when there were multiple people in chat saying they were not okay with that. And we all know, Juicer, would you like to say something about that?
Yes. I have a brother that when he was younger, he's special needs. When he was younger, someone would call him that name. He would come home and be
He
bawling.
actually had Down syndrome, right?
No, he had
okay.
brain damage.
Okay, my
And
bad.
he would come home and he'd cry to my mom about it and ask what it meant. And we were never allowed to say that word in our house ever since that day, because it would make him cry because he didn't understand the word. And so with it being that cruel, we've never said it, never in our house. And that's why it really, really hurts me when people say that.
Yeah, I bet you see your little brother's face hurt that he was being called that and didn't understand why. And that's what I was trying to get through to.
Yeah.
And that's also what it's just. Yeah, go ahead, Bubbles.
No, it's fine. There was several things that was said in the chat, but several things that Darren continued to say, even calling people in the chat stupid. There's a screenshot to prove it. Like, I'm just saying.
Okay. Do you know how to unblock? They said that Chicken
If
Snake
All Sane can scroll, if All Sane can scroll all the way up and unblock him, Wicked might not let you stay unblocked, so you better be nice.
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Okay,
but
'cause-
no, I'm not taking any shit tonight.
Okay.
Nobody's coming in here to bash anybody. It sucks that we have to repeat this crap again, but everybody keeps wanting to,
Twist
Okay,
the
Brandy, do
tail.
you move to the
Okay.
next one?
I just want to say one thing.
Diamonds was asking, so that's why I thought I'd say that.
Go ahead, Turtle Talk.
This is where Jinky supposedly the first time that she realized she didn't like Brandy because of this.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this was one part of her.
But she didn't say
being
anything.
against her.
It all came to a head, and then she's like, "Oh, well, she did this when Darren was on there, and she did this when Kirby was in the chat." So,
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna add to that, Turtle Talk. So not until Jinkies got upset with me over something else did she tell me that it bothered her that I did not take up for her the way I was supposed to, and that I said Jamie seemed like he had a good heart. He was just hurt from other things. And she just started bringing up all these things that were supposedly hurting her for so long. And we know what, Widow Baby. And yeah, so does she hold this stuff in, or does she look at chances to say you're doing something wrong and hold those against you? Do you get what I'm saying?
You're just here for the receipts on Jinkies.
Yeah.
Guys, can you all say who your names are for the faces for everybody? Well, the voices I meant.
What?
Go ahead, Bubbles.
Okay.
Hey, Brittany. Hey, Kathy S.
wait,
Well,
what did you say, Juicer?
Do you want? Okay,
Bubbles.
so up top, Wicked.
Bubbles, use your voice and say hello.
hello.
That's Bubbles. Next.
one of our avatars are up here.
Oh, are they? The names up there?
The names
Yeah.
are up there.
Oh, I can't see them.
Yeah, our names are
Oh.
on the screen by our who's talking.
Oh, okay.
You silly goose.
I know I'm silly.
Okay. So yeah, so these are things that like she supposedly had an issue with, but yet never addressed me. Never said anything to me about it at that point. So then the next thing was when her and Diamonds were fighting on her panel one night on January the 7th. Uh I was talking in the chat, and as you guys all know, Jinkies will be so far behind in the chat that she's playing catch up and not paying attention to what she's talking about, and not, just, what I'm saying. And so she gets to a comment that I had made and had nothing to do with her, had nothing to do with Diamonds. I don't have an issue with Diamonds. I never have. So I don't understand where that's coming from. But she says, that she's upset because and even calls me out, like, I don't even remember what the comment was.
Wait, who does?
What?
Who calls you out?
Jinkies.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. And so I was so confused that when she said my name, I was like, wait, hold up. And so I later sent Miss Chewy a message, and I'm like, can you tell me why she's yelling at me? And so she tells me, she's going to have to figure it out because she didn't know. And but apparently she said that she should have taken my wrench back then. Okay. But then
Can you see chat bubbles real quick?
um
Diamond
oh,
says she said you had an issue with me, Bubbles.
no, absolutely. For what? Why? Like, I never had an issue with any of these people. I didn't have an issue with Curvy. But yet that's what it's made out to be. And so on the 2 days later, I'm confused. I don't know what's really going on. So I text Miss Julie again, and because Jinkies had went live again, I was commenting in the chat, and she was not acknowledging anything I was saying. So Miss Chewy, I'm like, what's going on? I think she's mad because I've spoken to her several times, but she had not responded. Miss Chewy says she'll figure it out. Well, then a little bit later, so it is the 10th, but it was like after midnight or something. And Miss Chewy texts me back saying that she said hello to me. And then Miss Chewy states that if she was upset, she would have taken your wrench. It's okay, sweetie, I promise. So I was like, well, okay. And left it at that. That's the last thing I knew about that. She didn't further address anything with me after that until all of this came up. And we're done with that.
I've got all the dang screenshots. All right, so that's the chaos with Diamonds.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, well, let me stop sharing so I can switch pictures because I don't want to go the wrong way and show the funny pictures y'all made. Okay, so we're at
Evil
the next
Lynn
one's asking Sherry for help
is
with
her
Anita.
government name. Diamonds.
Huh?
Diamonds said
Evelyn.
he's Evil Lynn.
Yes, Lone Star Queen, you're right. It's absolutely horrible.
Where did she see Evelyn?
It's on my timeline because I wasn't aware that we were going to actually show this. This was for me. This was for me to go by. So I didn't change names. Anyway, like, nobody knows who she is.
Evelyn.
Juicer, Evelyn is not her government name. It's Evelyn.
No, it's not, but That's what we call her.
Man.
Sorry.
Okay, will you present that, please, Wicked, whenever you're ready? There you go, Bubbles.
Okay. So then January 15th, which again, let me point out, I started talking to Sherry
Wait, Matthew.
September of 2024. I knew who Sherry was. I've been talking to her via telephone. So obviously it's not like this Sherry was some stranger. But yep, that's when I reached out to ask her for help, which the screenshots have already been shown on all that. And she later on said that I was asking for help with Christmas. No, I definitely wasn't. But
If you're wasting your time, you're more than happy to leave. Okay, like I said, we're just here going over the same crap that we've already gone over once and shown the receipts, and everybody keeps bringing up the same damn thing. So if you're not
Right.
happy, go bye-bye.
I'm just waiting, Matthew. I'm just waiting to see where I didn't respond.
He said, I expect to see you on my panel soon, Carson.
Why can't I see that comment?
It was way up in the chat.
And
Okay,
why would you
Matthew,
go back
I'm
to the
sorry.
Lions game?
I keep looking away, but yes, I'm still going to come answer questions. Sorry.
And no, like, so I'm just gonna address a couple of things too, since that's what we're doing. To Lori P, I just might write a novel. It would be great selling. I'm just saying. But no, once again, this was not meant to be shown. This was just for my eyes. This is my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions. So no, I'm not fixing to read all of it to you. Don't plan to. Anyway, moving along, then let's see. Let's see. Then a couple of days later, that was when I was talking. I was literally talking to Miss Chewy, and was explaining like, you know what, we had a horrible, like, and I get it. Don't come for me in the chat, but I get it. You know, we had snow. You know, people, big whoop. Okay, when you don't get snow, it's a big deal. And I was trying to, you know what, I need to make sure, you know, I've got food and I've got everything I need. And so I was just talking to Miss Chewy, which she can vouch for. Miss Chewy went and asked a couple of people to help, which is when Jinky so graciously gave me her $10, which she will get in return. The other people, there's 3 other people that helped, Miss Chewy being one of them. Can I go ahead and say the rest?
I don't know. Yeah, do it. Whatever.
Yeah, complete transparency.
Okay, cool. So the other person, it was Miss Chewy. The other person was Biscuit Head, who I also have done several, and I have those pictures too, for her fur babies. And she loved them, just was so happy about that. And I was so happy that she was happy. But, you know,
I'm going to read you Diamond's comment when you're ready.
Okay. And then just real quick, I told Miss Chu, I was like, oh my gosh, where, like, I started getting the Cash App from her, and I was like, wait, what? And so I was like, thank you so much. And I was like, I will repay you. And Miss Chewy says, no, you've already done for me and Biscuit Head. You've already made these images, done these things for us. You've already done the work for us. And the other person was Turtle Talk. And I got with her and, you know, squared that away with her. So nobody else added to that. So the people who want to say something about that, just get over yourself. Just honestly get over yourself. But anyway, yes, that was a time that was not a good time for me. Just wasn't. But I'm not going to cry because I'm not doing that tonight. Anyway, that's what that was for. Moving along to Louis Vuitton. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Who is JB?
I don't know.
Radio? Oh, Johnny being all bit. Okay. Diamond says, I think the problem was that Jinkies expected Chewy to take up money for her, not a newbie, because she was about to lose her house. She said it in one of those text messages to Chewy. Miss Chewy.
Wait, what?
She said a text message. What?
Okay, Diamond says, I think the problem in that situation was Jinkies expected Miss Chewy to take up money for Jinkies, not for a newbie Bubbles, because she was about to lose her house. She said it in one of those text messages to Chewy.
Oh, see, I didn't know
It
that.
was jealousy. I mean, I'm sorry, but it all was. But I'll be quiet.
No. Please, thank you for pointing that out. Yeah,
I mean,
no.
all you do is tell Abigail. Abigail would have paid it.
Ooh, right. Okay. So I'm just moving through quickly. Louis Vuitton.
But you've been around for over about a year.
I didn't know anything about her problem with her house because she informed me about it whenever I asked for it was. I mean, we're not talking a lot of money that I was asking for. You know.
Oh
It was
yeah.
one of
Okay, I
us that
remember
was
the
in-
text
that was in
messages
trouble.
shown.
So I asked all of just our group, our friends, people that had said that they loved Brandy and that they appreciated everything that she had done for us. All the time sending us all of these beautiful images and everything. So we reached out and we helped her. But then Jinkies told me, says, "Well, I don't have much. I'm getting ready to lose my house." We didn't know that. We didn't know she was in that bad a problem because she didn't share it with us.
But that's very possible, Diamonds, because it was all about jealousy. Good night, Ryan. Thank you for coming. Matthew, I'm not crying. Okay.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Like, we don't really even want to be here having to do this.
No.
All of these screenshots were already shared. Go back and look at it. Like, seriously.
We did one live, showed everything, screenshots and all that, said our piece, and she's done 11 lives since then. Bashing
Right.
everybody.
She shared it at that time is what I meant.
Crazy person. I mean, we were concerned about her. Well, what the heck was going on? And she was paranoid, extremely paranoid. Just, I don't know what her deal was.
Chrissy, she said, okay. Chrissy, did you hear the recording we played to of Jinkies talking to Turtle Talk on Miss Chewy's? Because that recording, and if you want to go find it, it's I think it's a live titled Trouble. Is that what she said, y'all? Trouble?
Truth.
I mean, okay, Truth. Never mind, I'm gonna be quiet. And just find the part where they play that or we play that recording of what she said about Bubbles, and it has the whole concept of what she was trying to push on us about her. Did I say that right? My mind, I'm getting confused with chat.
She knows she's a scammer. She may be on drugs. She may be all these different things, and that she's going to get to the bottom of it. And literally dug in her Facebook, 11 years back, and said that she believes she's with a woman. I don't know what that had anything to do with.
Shut up, Matthew.
Said that they know she's not a criminal Well, how do they know she's not a criminal? The only way they know that if they did a background check on her. Yeah, a bunch of horrible things.
Yeah, Chrissy, I would if I were you, because seriously, that audio message about Bubbles is everything you need to know. Anyone with ears would be able to understand why we were kind of put in the we were absolutely put in the position to choose sides. But we'll get there. I'm not gonna digress yet.
Okay.
You ready, Bubbles?
Yeah. There.
Diamond, it was played on Miss Chewy's live called Truth.
Oh,
The heartbreaking truth.
Heartbreaking Truth.
yeah. And you know what? I appreciate Diamonds and several other people, you know, in the chat, and I am very the word I'm looking for. I'm happy to release
Yes,
whatever.
Christy. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm, if they want to see receipts, that's not on there, I'm happy to do, whatever it is that they need. But
Oh, so shut up.
so,
What happened? What'd you say?
All Saints comment.
Oh no.
and KDO with all about the money with you people.
No, it's all about
I'm
the
so sick
money.
of hearing about
Oh my
money
God.
myself.
Same. So, you know what? Moving along, the Louis Vuitton bag was a gift that was given to me by a friend of mine who her husband works offshore. So, I didn't question whether, this bag was legit or not. It was a gift, and it did not come with papers. Okay? Didn't come with papers. So, with that said, I said, you know what? I have this bag. I never said I want this amount, or whatever. It keeps changing. But she's already put my business out there, so I don't even know why I'm even worried about it. But yes, my brother has been in addiction, and he's been battling it and fighting it, and he had been doing so good. And they got pulled over, and the driver had drugs under his seat. And because my brother nor the driver would take credit for it, they both went to jail. So when I discovered, because I researched it and found out exactly what happened, and realized, you know what? He legitimately didn't do anything, and now he's sitting in jail for no reason. My parents were like trying to do everything that they could to get him out. I knew that he was emotionally not stable. And I just knew that this was going to push him back over the edge again when he had been doing so good. And I'm saying these things, and I'm trying not to even look at the chat, because people want to, oh, wah, all she does is cry, yada yada. People don't understand. They don't understand when you have real life stuff going on, and then you got these.
Yes, that's Bubbles talking right now, guys.
And then
she did this in back chat, or in personal. I mean, this wasn't done online. She wasn't up here, doing it. She asked him who she thought were friends. She has this purse.
We actually brought the purse out on Jinkies live.
Oh, did you?
Showed it. Yes, we showed it on one of Jinkies lives that night. and we were just talking about it, and that it was for sale, but we dropped it. We dropped it.
Yes. Why did we drop it? Because I understood when people were saying we need the authenticity. You know what? I get it. But it was and I tried to get it authenticated, but it was going to cost me $100 to get it authenticated. So I was like, you know what? Forget it. Just forget it. I'm not going to sit here and try to push a bag that I can't for 100% say, yes, it is real. So I am the one that said, never mind, because I was not going to be that person. And, but yet people have, tried to say I was, scamming with that bag. If I was scamming with that bag, I would have.
I'm gonna read you a comment, Bubbles.
Okay.
White Widow Baby says, wouldn't you get it authenticated before trying to sell it as a possibly real Louis Vuitton? Maybe that's why people looked at it in a sketchy way. I'm just saying.
No, and I get that, but I honestly did not think about it because I did not question the friend of mine that bought it for me. Like I said, her husband worked offshore. She bought things for me like that all the time. I never questioned it. But when people did start questioning that, I was like, you know what? This isn't right. I'm not going to continue pursuing it. So I didn't, and I dropped it.
It would be a good thing to get it authenticated, Lone Star.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
And I literally shared this with the group of.
Really, Katia? She said she's an expert at authentication certified.
Is she really?
Oh, wow.
I think so. You're right, White Widow Baby. You do have to question everything.
Yes.
You do. Every side.
Especially on YouTube. Absolutely.
And Brandy didn't have a problem with that. She understood. That's the reason she was like, you know what? Let's just forget it. Let's just forget it.
Yeah, and
that's what we
Jinkies
did.
kept dragging it out, saying, "Oh, I think Daisy wants to buy it." When we were already over, not even trying to get rid of it anymore.
Right, exactly. And you asked me about it, and I was like, I can't. And yes, she KDO. You're right. Spending $100 would have been worth it. However, when you don't have that money to spend on it, you can't just go get it authenticated. So therefore, I decided, nope, I'm not going to do this, and I pulled it. And I said, forget about it. Don't worry about it. And I did not push it anymore.
I'm trying to figure out if Matthew is being serious about scratch and sniff Louis Vuitton bags. Rogue Knox. Did you see her comment? I didn't know you could see that now.
I absolutely did not know that that you could do that, or else I would have done it. And as a matter of fact,
we went to the site, remember?
Yeah.
I would still do it now and be like, it's real, look.
No, right. I mean, and you know what?
And you didn't need to sell the bag, right? I mean,
no, exactly. That's why I'm saying I did not continue pursuing it because I no longer needed help with what I needed help for. The whole reason in even bringing the bag up. Otherwise,
and if you were a genuine scammer, you'd be pursuing that thing, wouldn't you? You'd think, or you'd be a scammer.
Lone Star actually did it too, so maybe you could contact them instead of just because we went to the site and it gives you an option to get one authenticated, but it gives you a price of $100 to do so. So they didn't advertise anywhere that they would do it, free. So, but that's cool,
right? I had no idea, and so I very well, I'm gonna go do that, just because, but no. And the person is at where'd it go? The comment.
Is White Widow Baby the third comment up?
Yeah, so the money for the purse is going to be used for the storage, or cause didn't you get money ironically to get something paid for? I don't understand exactly what she's saying, but what I am going to say is that
Yes, it was going to be used for the storage.
yes, that's exactly what it was going to be used for, because when my parents came to me and my heart was broken. Oh my gosh, can you stop? Sorry, y'all.
You can mute and answer if you need to, and we'll
No,
talk.
it's okay.
Okay.
So anyway, I helped my brother and I helped my parents with the money that I had saved, and I thought, you know what, it's okay. If I lose my storage, I lose it. It fine. But then a few days later, I was thinking like, oh, man, what do I have in that storage that I'm going to lose? And I was thinking, okay, no, everything in there is fine, until I remembered that my grandfather's items that he gave to me specifically, and my grandfather, I've told you guys that know me, like he was my world. And so I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken. And so I thought, what do I have to sell that I can save my unit? And there it was, my freaking Louis Vuitton bag. And then now here we are.
He said the money was used to pay for someone's storage after money was asked for already.
And
The
before
thing
you all,
is,
go ahead.
go ahead.
No, go.
No, okay, so White Widow Baby,
I'm gonna let her speak for it. I'm not gonna.
okay, so she's saying, but because the purse didn't work out, a friend loaned you money per Chewy. Because it wasn't just because the purse didn't work out, and it wasn't loaned. I have a dear friend who, as a matter of fact, was reaching out for help in January. Well, she was blessed with a great job, and so she was able to help me, and she just paid for it, so I didn't have to worry about it anymore.
Okay.
Now, can you address Diamond's comment? That's
Yeah,
a little
Bubbles.
bit down.
I'm looking for it.
Right there it says Jenkins said the money was used to pay for someone's storage after money was asked for already.
So I think what she's meaning is Jenkins said you got the money, but then you got the money again. I don't really get it.
And that's so not the case.
So Jinkies,
well, I don't know what she's talking. I don't. It's Jinkies.
She said you reached out to Aunt Sherry to get money to help Anita with food, but yet Anita is the one that turned around and paid your storage. But it was months in between that, and like you said, Anita had been blessed with a great job at the time you needed help, and she was able to help you. When you reached out for help for her in January, she was struggling and needed food.
Right.
But
exactly.
Out of order. I think that's what she means, but I'm not sure.
And not alone, not alone like a payback, just wanted to help her because she loved her. Matthew, you have to talk to Wicked about that. No,
Anita,
Bubbles is not crying. She's okay.
No, I'm fine. And Anita Anita and I have been friends since 2014. I think, yeah. We graduated together. I'm laughing because of the things that Jinkies has said. We graduated Southern Miss.
Not girlfriends.
So, huh?
I said y'all aren't girlfriends.
Right.
Yeah. But if they were, it's no one's business.
You know what? That's just funny. Like, she can say what the heck she wants to, but yes, I have a dear friend who she knows how much my grandfather meant to me. So she didn't want me to lose his stuff. And so she was able to help me.
And if anyone has any questions on that, we have had the privilege of being on calls with Anita also. And she is just as amazing as Bubbles. We've seen we've seen all this unfold, you know. I mean, I will speak for me. I've seen nothing suspicious and everything lines up, you know, like
Bubbles. KDO said, does it have a serial number inside the purse?
I don't have the purse with me at the moment, but
Okay, the thing with Chicken Snake, I'm sorry, let me address this. He wanted to be my first, and I really cherished that moment. So, you know. Plus, I'm not even sure I know how to unblock. Surprised I haven't blocked him.
I need to answer my actual boyfriend. I need to answer him. So can you guys? I'll be right back.
Wicked, you want to take the floor for a minute?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, like you said, we saw all this unfold. There was nothing shady about any of it. It happened months apart. It was made to sound like it happened like right after. Oh, and we already addressed the whole painting issue. She painted that.
Who said that?
Well, because that's what they were talking about in was it Diamond's Live?
Okay, here, let's show the picture again since they were late. Let me pull this up.
Yeah, the picture that Abigail said was made on a Cricut last night.
She designed it, and they made a stencil, but she designed every bit of that.
No, she didn't make a stencil. That's what they said, that she did something like that.
But she to paint, you know, but she made the design
by hand, because you can see up here there's a picture that she's like going by.
Oh, that's it. That's what it was.
Yeah, no stencil or anything. And here's the next step. You can see like she's tracing the words. And then the last one is the paint. Like, look at if you have drawn or painted on a canvas, you know that is paint on a canvas. So.
And she didn't ask her for anything. She told her it was a gift. And again, those receipts were shown on Miss Chewy's channel. All the text messages.
Lone Star.
All right, let me go back to the other stuff.
Do you see what she said? She says, has anyone on panel ever said they would unalive themselves, then go
Absolutely
live
not.
laughing about it? No.
Absolutely not. Never.
Absolutely not.
No, that is
that what she's saying?
That's disgusting.
Yep.
She says Diamond says the whole Cricut thing came from Jinkies. She said the same sheet about me. The bitch is just mad she can't afford one.
So then you know how frustrating and how pissed off you get when you're sitting there watching somebody flat out lie, and then say, well, if you got something to say, come up here on panel and say. But then you go up there and you're blocked. You can't get up there.
Oh, White Widow, baby, that's the painting.
Wow, Lone Star. Wow.
Oh, okay. While we're waiting, can I talk about what was that comment she brought up on screen about? I said for to clarify or something like that, I don't want her in a group. She cares about ATMs more than real friends or something like that. It's a whole backstory to that. But if you know and have watched Jinkies, you know that she treats people according to, in my opinion, no, actually, it's a freaking fact. Just watch her. According to how much money they give her. And we had watched her literally put down true friends for people that truly did wrong. because they give her a lot of money, if that makes sense. So yeah, I stand on that comment. I don't think she knows how to unblock Wicked. Is that what you said? Do you want me to oh my gosh. Trying to get Harry
I said he wanted to be my first. I thought that was special. Now he wants.
can he like make an alt account and come in or because
Oh,
I'm
I'm sure
serious.
I can figure it out. Hold on.
Well, you have okay. You know what? Are you able to look at your phone, Wicked? I can message you what to do.
I can't do that because that's what I'm using as my. Yeah, I can't do mess with my phone.
Okay. So
And if I
go
have to
to
go into
YouTube Studio.
YouTube,
I know, y'all.
just
She
need
doesn't
an
know how to
alternate
do.
account. Come on, we all got
Miss
troll accounts, don't we?
Miss Chewy,
Yeah,
Diamonds type
I'm
to you.
sorry. Sorry, you see. Oh yeah, most
Can you make an
definitely.
alt?
Aside on so much. I got blocked and couldn't defend myself, so I went live at Chewy. You
Well,
were
Dom,
on her panel lying on me. Okay, let me address that. So, diamonds. I apologize, sincerely apologize if I said something that offended you because we were trying to console. I was trying to console my friend because she was so hurt by the things you had said to her. And honestly, I went back and I've listened, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say anything ugly about you or say anything mean about you because I was just trying to console my friend, and I'm sorry.
like I said, I think we all get caught up in trying to protect our friends and we only know one side and then we get blinded from the other side's truth, all of it fitting together and yeah,
Exactly.
just kind of get caught up in all of it. And that's why I said, Diamonds, I'm sorry for, assuming you and no, you were getting in between Jinkies and
Oh, there
Daisy.
you go. Thank you, Nomad.
Because I want to tell y'all something. I, for one, never, not one time, ever said anything negative about Daisy to Jinkies. I always, always talked to her and told her how much her sistership, that sisters are special. I wasn't fortunate enough to have a sister. And I encouraged her to make things right with Daisy. I always, always did that. I've never, Jinkies, you can say whatever you want to say, but God knows in heaven, I never said anything other than for you to love each other and that your relationship was very important. It should be for both of you.
So Katie O said, why is it okay for
No,
Ann
I
to
don't
do
even want to
those?
address that. Don't read that.
Okay, never mind.
Regina, I'm really happy
Yeah,
for
Lone
you.
Star, I do.
I want to stick. I wanted to stick with the what we're trying to clear up. Okay, I don't want to get sidetracked. Wicked unmuted.
Now let's tell you something.
Jinky said horrible, horrible things about you to us.
To who?
Exactly.
Wait, who?
To us when we were on the calls about
No,
diamonds.
about who? Oh, Diamonds. Okay.
Diamonds, I mean,
And
and as I was kind of coming in, she was like going out. So I heard nothing but horrible things. And then I never, like I was saying earlier, well, you come up on the panel and it was just screaming and just over each other. And you know, I've been there. I do it too.
yes, Jinky.
I've never heard you speak
talk
until the other night. I went to your live and I was just like,
I love
Yes.
Daisy too. I mean, she won't even unblock me in her chat, but I love her. She was the first. She was like my third YouTuber I found and watched religiously, and I had the Carson Page YouTube name. And like, I don't care if she doesn't like me, I still love Daisy, and I don't think any of us talked bad about Daisy. Okay, I'm not gonna speak for everyone. I don't know if y'all did, but
No, we didn't.
I don't really know.
we
Diamonds.
tried really hard to make sure that her real life sister came before the YouTube drama and crap. And we tried really hard not to talk down on her. The one time I said something to Daisy was in Jiki's chat, and I said, I can't believe you're letting your sister sit here and cry like this. But that was the only time I was rude to her face, not behind her back in any messages. Okay.
So Diamonds asks, so did Jinkies tell Anne to call the Popo? Is that true? Yes, that is true.
Yes.
She would always come into it from being at work or something, and she'd say, you could get Matthew in trouble if you do this, and it was always about Matthew when she would come in.
She
I
said
wasn't. Go ahead.
she said that Rap got arrested for less than what Matthew and them was doing to Miss Ann for stuff that they did to Daisy. So that if she called the cops, that they would go and arrest him.
I was not.
Yes, Diamonds, that's true.
I had paint on my lip. I was not even there for the call. But I have no doubt that it was Jinkies, because every time Miss Ann and Jinkies were talking together about that subject, she would say, the cops can do something, Miss Ann. The cops can help you, Miss Ann. I'm telling you, blah, 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 blah. So
Diamonds
I guess
is
I
now
shouldn't say if I
getting
weren't there.
blame for
Bye, KDO.
Jinkies.
See you later.
Katie, is she leaving? What happened?
I'm sure. She just kind of just been nothing but shitty anyway.
What happened?
Anyway, so, and whoever sent Diamonds that message with the flag and the trash can, I don't know if they sent you the whole message of who actually sent that, but that wasn't me who said that.
Who'd you slow roast, Matthew?
And I understand the whole Miss Ann thing. I mean, I was,
I mean, I think we all understand, and she understands that we understand.
Yeah. But anyway, if they sent you that message and just told you it was me, then you need to be side-eyeing that person, because I have the whole thing of who actually said that. It wasn't me. Yes,
Diamonds
I did
is now
say ghetto. We can all get ghetto, but
Oh, she wasn't here when we said that. Listen.
No, she wasn't.
Diamonds. This might be ignorant, but
No.
I told them, and they all said they felt the same in a call when we were talking about this. Ghetto isn't a race thing. It's like to me, it's an attitude. Like I will literally say I could see myself getting ghetto when I get too angry. I see Jinkies acting ghetto. I see my daughter will act all ghetto with her friends. Wicked.
I mean, you guys for me when the other person comes in chat and starts talking crap, I get real nasty. And if
Bring
I
up
keep it
that
on
screenshot again, Dumpling. She's got to see it.
Oh, she doesn't have it? Okay.
No, bring it up, the one that you put.
Okay. All right.
Because she just said there's another Wicked West, and it plainly does not say Wicked West.
Hold on.
Wicked West did make a comment about
I did make a comment.
I didn't know Daisy had a
mention
that
your
died
race at all.
Hold on, y'all. Both what? Now say it. Repeat.
Who, me? I
said I don't know.
Didn't her race at all.
Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to find it. There's so many rap pictures. Okay, here it is. You want the one of Nomads or the one of Wicked? Okay.
Nomads.
Why is she special? That Matthew? It's only a. I lost the comment. He said it is a race thing when it's said to Diamonds.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry.
Well, that sounds like with all due respect. No, huh?
I'm just not educated in that. Like, I just see it as an attitude, so.
I didn't mention your nationality.
Yeah, that was a different comment. That's what Dumpling's pulling up.
So this is the flag.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, this is the flag. Okay, that's the flag
in the trash can, and that's Nomad.
Yeah.
Then the other screenshot.
I don't think I have the other one in here. Let me look.
You just showed
You
it earlier.
showed it earlier.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. I do got it. So, okay, so here. Y'all think I take all the screenshots? They can tell you I don't have nothing. So here's Diamonds talking about the, Puerto Rican flag in the trash can. And here is Wicket's. That's what Wicked said. Right?
Yep. And then she also, the other one was her
Yes, it
pointing.
was Mad Beads. Absolutely, my bad. That's racist.
And she did
Well,
it
it
because she
wasn't
was
Wicked
angry
West.
that everybody was going after Dumpling.
What? Oh.
Just the constant fighting. I mean, oh my God, screaming and yelling. And if you found what I said offensive, sorry. I really am.
And I never even saw ghetto as like I say ghetto all the time. So that would be a little learning curve. You know what I mean?
And I wanted to address Sela. Is that how you pronounce your name?
Sayla.
Sela?
Sayla, yeah.
I cannot believe you seem like the sweetest lady that she would actually attack you like that. I am so sorry.
That broke my
That was
freaking heart.
horrible.
What she said, my mouth dropped. I don't even know her. I know her from
I
listening
went
to
to her
her
live
on
the other day
Cannon.
and she just, wow. I mean, she handles herself very elegantly, I should say,
I understand that, Brittany Blue Eyes, and we're definitely going to try our best not to say it anymore.
Say what, ghetto?
Yeah.
I might say it like I have never thought
Oh
of
my
it
God.
as. I'm
He is
sorry.
like,
Diamond
I
said
do
in
when
the
I
chat,
can?
I know it's not a race thing, but when you mention the nationality, it's considered racist in my opinion. But that was
yeah,
just
And I agree with that. If you
I
put a
do too.
nationality with it, it's absolutely a racist.
And
comment.
Nomad is taking accountability for it. So she did
She
say it
I
and
don't
she
think
was
she's here
mad.
anymore.
That was bad,
she
Matthew.
said in the chat.
Wicked's comment was mean.
But that's not the meanest thing I've ever said on YouTube
Okay,
either. So
but
I'm
she
just
said she
saying,
was sorry.
by any means, that's not the meanest thing. But yes, I am sorry.
And we've heard Diamonds address quite a few people that she was upset with too. So we all have said things that we regret.
Yeah,
think
have
me
the
We
content.
apologize for.
it would be like head to head with her on the same way.
Oh, it would be so bad.
Yeah, you wouldn't hear anything at all.
Oh, it would be so bad.
Exactly.
But
Lone
oh
Star
yeah.
Queen.
Huh?
Lone Star Queen says taking accountability and trying to change is a step in the right direction.
So can I
Others
still
could
say
learn from
ghetto?
that.
No,
If I have it.
Carson.
No,
Wait,
Carson.
no, if it's
In the
not
corner.
in the,
If it's not it with a race,
Carson, read what.
I mean,
White-
if they get a white bitch, yeah, that's racist.
I
Or
don't
have y'all
know
met
what her
the
full
kids
name
in
is.
school these days? Like my daughter comes home saying stuff
Right.
like that, and it rubs
White
off on
widow.
me.
There you go.
Okay.
White Widow Baby said, don't take this seriously, but for example, I mean, you
Actually, no.
would feel a certain way if I called you a ghetto white bitch, wouldn't you? Not really, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
No.
But,
But
No,
she's making a good point,
but
though.
I
y'all.
understand.
Like,
I
that is
understand. Yeah.
legit.
Yeah,
I
that
get
is a
it.
good.
maybe say, I feel like you are acting ghetto.
Oh no, I gotta go use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Just kidding.
Yes, we do, Diamonds.
Wait, Diamonds earlier, she said that when she's on panel with Jinkies, she has to talk so loud because Jinkies talk so loud. We say that constantly. She screams when Miss Daisy said Jinkies tries to have the truth. I thought that was insane when I thought I knew Jinkies, but I see it now because she screams to hide the truth.
Yeah, and she went live and she was like, I need to tell Diamonds that she was right. And we were all in the chat and we were like, no, we need to reach out to Diamonds and tell her she was right about Jinkies.
I like her accent too, but when she gets mad, it's even better. Okay, I'm gonna pick quick. I'm not encouraging getting mad and yelling over each other.
Okay, so
Wicked. Okay, never mind.
What?
I was going to ask you to mute.
I just want to go ahead and say two more things, and like I just don't know that there's anything else really for me to say, but I'm happy to answer any questions that anybody may have. But I want to talk about the curvy thing, and I also want to talk about Matthew. I like I said earlier, I don't know Curvy. I've never had a problem with Curvy at all. So when Jinkies, and we'll just be honest, she gets all riled up about Matthew going live and talking about Chicken Snake going up on her panel, and I don't even know what was said because I didn't watch it. But she gets all pissed off and wants to go live. Well, she leaves work, jumps in her vehicle, and starts driving and goes live driving. And so therefore she can't see, supposedly she can't see what's happening in the chat. She can't control what's going on. And so and like I've told y'all before, I'm new to the whole modding thing. And nobody's ever shown me what to do and how to do it. So if anybody has a handbook out there, please let me know.
I'm gonna show what happened with Kirby, okay? Please hold.
Okay.
Because that it wasn't necessarily even about Kirby because I didn't know her personally. My problem was Jinkies was literally putting someone who talked every person in the chat around her that she called friends down for one person that was actually publicly really rude and mean about all of us. It was the principle of it, not the person it was about. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me
and that night, remember Dumpling, she told us all, or she told all the moderators, if they come in here, block them, and anybody's rude, block them. The only person that you do not block is Daisy.
Right, absolutely. She said that night because she was driving.
But Bubbles was doing her job.
What?
And Mustang Granny, nobody's saying anything about Matthew.
And let's not forget that every time one of us go into your chat, especially Dumpling, gets so disrespected. And a lot of it comes to, it's not okay. So we're not disrespecting nobody that I can see in chat or anything or up here on panel. So let's not throw out, warnings.
Okay, Bubbles, I got you. All right, so let's pull up what happened with Kirby. So when that happened, whenever you can pull it up on screen.
Yeah, I made a comment that that Jinky's name wasn't Jen, that it was her 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 real name. And I said that to Kirby, and I'm sorry, Kirby. I truly am sorry.
Yeah, when I first read that comment, because I know what comment you're talking about, I thought it was all these haters coming in. So you kind of decipher when you see a different name of who's being, evil and
You can
who's
pull it
being.
up when you're ready, Wicked. I think I've got the comments in there too, like when it happened. Okay, so here's Hashi. Okay, this is Hashi. Do you have a chance what the screenshot what Kirby said? Because Jenkins was freaking out and she showed what happened. Okay. And then this is why I took screenshots. That's my fault. I'm at a loss. I'm not mod material, guys. Love y'all. Good night. I said she was rude. You didn't know she was allowed to be like that. It isn't your fault. Mods hide negativity or the negative. And then Hashi says, yes, I know Jinx is, and I've made plenty of mistakes as a mod. Just saying, we all make mistakes. It's hard when you love your people. And Bubbles says it's all good. And I say this situation has happened when Daisy got hidden. So she freaked out on all of us. It was a huge thing. We weren't really, I don't remember what happened with Daisy getting hidden. Maybe one of y'all can remember, but Jinky's freaked out on all of us.
Miss Ann did it.
Okay. And then the Diamond situation. And Diamonds, I can 100% tell you, I went to her and said, I feel like she's in the middle of you and Daisy stirring things up between y'all. And she said, I love Diamond. She's a good friend, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. I mean, I'll stay out of it. And, that was it. She didn't stop being your friend until you made her mad herself.
I remember
yourself.
that.
But yeah, so I just can't, like you should with someone. If you have an opinion or a concern, you tell your friends, they say what they want, and then you're out of it, right? Like, but no, that's not what happened with Bubbles. It kept getting pushed on us over and over, and it kind of made it our business, right? But anyways, it would be easier to either tell all the mods no blocking period, or to only have like 3 mods who know who can and can't be hidden or timed out. And then I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm like, Jinkies, I'm gonna be real. Good people are hurt over you protecting mean people. Brandy's hurting like I was with Diamonds. I 100% understand protecting the ones you love, but I don't care if it's my mama. If she's being rude, she's getting corrected. No one's off limits for being held accountable for being mean. Never ever hurt the people that stand beside you publicly and behind the scenes. You're sticking up for the wrong people. No one is allowed to talk rude to me. So if she came in and was rude to me and I had a wrench in anyone's chat, she's getting removed. And the channel creator better let her know that too. This is another lady I've sat and watched be disgusting and laugh at me over at Matthews, just like it was with Diamonds. And Diamonds, you already explained to me that I didn't have the times correct, that you weren't laughing at me, you were laughing at something else. If those kind of people are off limits, but Brandy isn't, then shoot, I don't want to be in it. And then they're like, get on the call. Y'all need to talk it out. We have to communicate. We love each other. And Jinky's isn't budging, y'all. She's on that call, just jumping on Bubbles. And all these ladies were on that call. I said, that's why I left when Brandy felt like she was not important enough over a Matthew supporter. Sorry, Matthew. That is not okay. Or that isn't okay.
Dumplings.
Brandy didn't. Yeah.
Do you know about that whole thing that Diamond put in there about Rap and Daisy and all that?
Just what Jinky's talked about. Why?
Well, she put a comment in there.
Okay, I'll read it.
I don't know anything about it, so.
Brandy didn't know the extent. This is Hashi. Of Jinky's and Kirby's relationship. Kirby should have respected Jinky's chat, which is absolutely true. It's kind of like a Daisy thing. Jinky's can handle Kirby, and Kirby can come in with respect. Right. So Kirby should have been, came in with respect, and nothing would have happened. No one should be off limits. Should just be able to be rude to your friends. So I said, Brandy did nothing wrong and should not be treated to be less important than anyone else, especially someone that was being rude to the good side. The good side is in the ones that are with her, standing with her. And shoot, I hardly know Brandy, my half sister, either. We call each other Hasties. It's an inside joke. But right is right, and I'm going to stand up for right no matter who is on. And how many times have even you guys over at Matthews seen me say this? Right is right. I'm going to stand up for what's right no matter who's on the other side always. And then Brandy's telling me, go on the call with them. And I'm like, nope, I'm not interested because she's treating a friend who stands beside her and is real to her like freaking crap for someone who talks down on all of us, you know? And so I go into Matthews and I just pick a live, right? A random live. I didn't watch his lives. Like I truly did not. So I just picked one and I go back to the live chat and I just scroll through the live and find Kirby's comments. That's how easy it was. So I start sharing those screenshots and they're going to come up next. And they're saying, come back to the call to defend what? I'm sick of defending against people who have hurt me and others. So I start sharing the comments. She's talking about Aunt Sherry, Miss Chewy, Aunt Sherry. Oh no, I don't want you. I think I have the actual screenshots. She isn't as loyal as you are to her, talking to Jinkies. I'm sure that married comments about me because I definitely deserve that. Hold on, we'll get there.
And guys, this is not to bring out anything on Curvy, anything on anybody else. This is just telling you guys what happened at that moment.
Right. Okay, so here's the comment. So here's Miss Curvy, the stuff I showed Jinkies. The boss woman's here. That's not it about her. She needs to be banned from YouTube for her own good. I don't know who she's talking about there. Oh, Aunt Sherry, I guess. Pretty comfortable at Matthews this while playing Jinkies live from Chicken Snake. Did you get Chicken Snake unblocked? I'm not the right fit with humans, apparently, because I'm not going to stand for this, but I'm weak.
He found his ultimate.
Hashi says, I'm sorry, Dublin. These things people say are not okay. Y'all, I was just so tired of seeing all these people saying hurtful things like this. Why does this girl really try to act so intelligent when clearly there's a weak link? That's what I said, and I'm not weak. This girl doesn't know me. So to say something like that about me and then one of my friends stick up for that person while she's downing another one of our true friends, what I would call a true friend, for that person right here. Oh, but you know, they talk about Matthew not doing a job. I see Dump sitting on a sofa. Doesn't she work? Like, you don't know my life. You don't know me. I've never talked to you personally a day in my life. That was another screenshot. I think that's all the ones I actually saved.
Wow.
Like, but there's so much more. Like, y'all remember when I kept sharing them, I kept getting more and more angry because I was seeing how she was talking about every one of us disgustingly. So yeah, it was about the principle, not the person. They can go over there and say whatever they want because honestly, I don't see it. I don't go there. It's just the principle of it. How she was treating Bubbles in the chat.
Too, I want to say, one time did I ever say, you need to check out this chat. That's when Sherilyn, whatever her name is, was up on Buddy's panel talking all that crap.
It's Sherry Lee, right?
Yes. Yeah, Sherry Lee.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody we ever said anything about. I mean,
that's another whole story, right?
Yeah, it is. That's another whole story where we'll get into some other time. But
she lies worse than Jinkies, man.
Oh my gosh, that woman is insane. But I wanted us. You need to hear what she said. I mean, because she's implicating you in all of this, and she was fine with it. And she was fine when Miss Sherry seemed to like throw her under the bus. And we were like, "What's up with that?" Oh, because those are the ones that pass out the money. So then that's when I learned that Jinkies is all about the money. She don't give a shit about friends. It's who has the bucks.
Yeah, and in the end, that's why she was taken up for Kirby, she said, because she sent stuff to Logan for Christmas.
Yeah.
And it's just, that tells you the kind of person you are. You're downing this beautiful human that has had your back and hardly knows you and has never done a thing up until that point to make us question her loyalty or her kindness or her friendship. You are sitting there telling her she was in the wrong for literally doing what she thought she was supposed to be doing. No way, Jose, not standing for that, not in front of me.
That is
But
So, yeah.
I never go
low.
around watching somebody's lives and go around telling her and sending her messages. I was never, ever did
So
that.
that message Jinkies pulled up about me not wanting her in a group was when that happened with Kirby. I was angry. But then, like adults, we talked and
After y'all both left the group, and then I think it was the next day or maybe the day after, then
we heard each other's sides. We said we understand. We both said sorry, and we moved on. I thought. But now it was awful that I left the group and told her I didn't want her in a group when I was angry, because people definitely don't say things like that when they're really freaking fired up. What are you talking about, Wicked? What'd you say? You didn't read? You didn't, something about a comment? I'm
She
sorry.
said something about that I would run up, her and Juicer go running around all these channels and then send me all this stuff, tell me to watch it, and get me all. That never happened.
no.
The only time I ever went over to Matthews is when somebody would say, "Oh, he's going off on this." It was hard for me to watch any of it. I can't watch Jinkies now for more than 2 minutes before I get into a rage. And you want to talk about?
She's not lying.
I mean, the other day, whew, man, it was hot.
Diamonds, Jinkies did stand up for you. When I came to her and said that, she said, she's my real friend and I love her. And I said, okay, I just wanted you to know how I felt. And that was that. And they were all in that call.
Yeah, but
That
in the
is so
end, she
sick.
called her
Until
you.
she
even
got
said,
mad at you.
she
Wait,
even said
and
that you gave
then
away your kids.
it was on. She told us all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that you gave away your kids.
Who said that?
I wasn't going to
Jinkies.
go there.
Jinkies
Mhm.
said I gave away my.
No.
Said Diamond gave away her kids.
Oh, that's sick.
I was about to get so mad. Yeah, I heard that too, Diamonds. That's
This
that.
whole
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know anything about your personal life, so
And I wasn't gonna go
who
there
knows
either.
if that
But
resonates
why
or
not?
not, so.
Why will it be deleted? I'm not going to delete it.
Oh,
Too
another thing.
loud. Me?
I have got no problems
Another thing,
wow.
y'all.
saying
The
what's.
message. What's happening?
I'm reading what they're telling us about the whole Daisy and rap thing,
Okay.
and that is just unbelievable.
Yeah, I wasn't
Another.
any of that, so I didn't know. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh. Before I forget, I want to bring up one more thing. The messages she pulled up, and her and Hashy and Biscuit and Abigail, all them, she deletes all the messages. I deleted one message. I can literally, if they would like me to, go to that group and share my screen and show those messages that are deleted. They are photos of my personal self that I didn't want anyone else to see. And I didn't fully trust any of them. So I deleted them after I shared them because I was on a call with some of the girls and some of them were asleep. And I said, I'm removing these. I actually said I'm removing these because I don't want anyone to wake up to see that and be like, what the heck? But you don't want personal photos just floating around like that. So you delete them, right? And then I deleted messages I said about Juicer in a group with her and Abigail and like Miss Chewy, a few of them. That's all I deleted. And if they want to say I went and deleted messages, tell them. Show receipt. Share your screen. Scroll through those groups and show it. You can show whatever you want from me.
I got nothing to hide.
So, and one more thing, Regina, Y Docs, I order shirts from you, Dumpling. I would never. I have in my garage a notebook full of so many people's addresses, names, phone numbers for the shirts. I don't even think about that. I use it for shipping shirts. What I actually have all the screenshots of me talking to Jinkies about what Aunt Sherry did. And if you stream, you know what I'm talking about. If you're sharing your screen and you're scrolling on a website, reading something out to your chat, you're not seeing your chat. You're seeing the website you're reading. And I had no, I'm sorry, excuse me. I will swear on anything. I'm not
Bless
supposed
you.
to swear, but I didn't know she was doing that until I got back over there and saw all the mods. I didn't see Dawn Michelle's message until right after the mods. Thank you, Wicked. The mods had already took care of it. I have all the screenshots of Jinky's messaging me and saying, did she show his address and stuff? And I had to go back in there. I said, I don't even know what all she showed because I wasn't looking. I had to go back in there. I had to screen. I think I hid the whole video first because that happened. And so I screenshotted every comment. I sent it to Jinkies. I hid the video again and I said, if you want me to make it public so they can actually see, let me know. Or if you want to show those comments, whatever. And I said, if not, I'm going to unhide the video and delete those comments. But I didn't want to delete it until I knew that, like, what was really said was shown, you know. But Regina, all I can say is I didn't know what was happening. You can believe me, you cannot believe me. It doesn't affect me either way. It's just, if you know me, you know I wouldn't have condoned that. Bubbles, what was the second thing after I'm so sorry. After Curvy.
Hang on. Nomad. One they're talking about rap, not rapper. Okay.
Right. Okay, I need to say one thing.
Okay.
I want you guys to know that.
Talk a little bit louder.
Well, I think somebody said I was too loud.
Dang it, Dad.
No, not him.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Apparently, I mean, I want everybody to know that I truly thought of Jinkies as my best friend.
Rita was talking about Jinkies being too loud. Not you,
Oh,
Miss
okay.
or Transplant Warrior Rita.
So I truly love Jinkies. And when this all happened, you can ask any of these women on this panel of how upset I was that all this came down. Because, like I said, she was my best friend. And I supported her. And
All she was
Bubbles.
doing was crying on calls. It was really freaking heartbreaking, and we couldn't do anything.
I
Because
agree,
I was in a
Transplant
position.
Warrior. She is way loud.
I was in a position to where I was told, basically, I mean, you can't look at it any other way. I was put in the position that either I had to choose my friend Brandy, which Brandy is very special to me. She's like a daughter to me. Or Jinkies, my best friend. She says that I just need to stay out of their beef. Well, she put me in the middle of the beef. And
Right smack dab in
when
the
you
middle.
treat somebody wrong,
But it wasn't our business, and we shouldn't have gotten into it, right?
when you treat somebody wrong,
So, Diamonds, we didn't believe that about giving away your kids, but that is just, you just don't even do that. I mean, what the hell's wrong with her? Shit.
Go ahead, Miss Chewy. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Miss Chewy.
When you treat someone
when
wrong,
you have to do the right thing, because in the end, we are held accountable by by our works here on earth. And when you treat somebody wrong, you're going to answer for it.
absolutely, yes, ma'am. I agree. I want to pull. Is it? Can I address Abigail now? Because listen here, she was on chats calls with us for, oh man, I'm so mad just thinking about it. She was on calls with us and saw parts of our life, normal thing like chatting while Miss Chewy's making dinner and I'm doing the laundry. You know what I mean? And she saw me with my kids. She saw me do my daughter's hair. She saw our lives. If anyone talks to me behind the scenes, they know the only thing that matters to me in life is my children. They are my everything, like most parents. And then I look in chat and see Abigail Rose say that, if you want to pull it up, Wicked, that picture, and I'll be quiet and let Bubbles finish her thing. She says in chat,
Wait, I 100% agree with this. I have to read it. Says, I feel those of us that left Jinkies or were forced out are definitely blessed to get away from that lying crazy bitch.
So right here, Abigail is like you care about your kids. Who put your kids to bed tonight? Dump. That girl calling me dump after thinking she was one of our friends and doing nothing to the lady. And even though, guys, my Nana lives with me, y'all don't know her brain capacity. Y'all don't know what she is capable of doing. She's 74 years old. She will take my kids to school in the morning because she does, I'm not going to put out business, but she does something in the morning, and I'm not a morning person. That's it. That's all. I am their mother. I do it all.
But Diamond, she just said that in chat, what, night before? A couple nights ago?
No,
that was a couple weeks ago. But and last night in Matthews, she started, I wasn't even trying to argue with her. And she said something was lied about, asking Aunt Sherry money on Bubbles' part, and one more thing. And I was like, listen, we're going to show the truth. And whatever it makes anyone else look like, it's not our problem. It's the other person's, and they should probably try to do better. And she said, I'm not arguing in Matthew's chat. And I'm like, I'm not trying to argue. I just don't know what the heck you're trying to say.
We got everybody spelling it Evelyn now.
Okay, Bubbles. Now, I promise I'm going to be quiet so you can address whatever you wanted to after the Miss Kirby situation. I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's fine. But I do want to say, though, once again, I don't know Kirby. I don't have a problem with her. I don't me personally. I didn't know her, so it wasn't like coming for any one particular person. I seen that she was in chat. I seen that there was a little tiff there with Miss Chewy. And so I just was keeping an eye, and then Biscuit Head got upset, and I was like, okay, what do I need to do as a mod, right? Because supposedly Jinkies wasn't paying attention. So I kid you not, I went to, I'd block, hide, whatever the terms are, and I apparently blocked her completely, whatever that is. I really need to learn it, but because there's screenshots of this talking in chat, and Biscuit Head is like, if you wouldn't have blocked her, I was gonna block her. Of course, she said some other choice words, but I'm trying to be good, and but she's like, if you wouldn't have gotten her, then I would have got her. And she's like, I'm gonna leave you to play whack-a-mole or whatever. And I literally was like, no, please don't, because I just knew I was gonna do something that was gonna upset somebody. I knew, or not somebody, but Jinkies. And I was right. But I ended up screenshotting the things that were said, because I got to cover me. And that was when later on Jinkies discovered that she had been blocked, and you guys had told her it was me, and she was mad because she couldn't see what Kirby had said. Well, I helped her out with that. Here you go. This is what was said. But it was right after that she was like just blew up, and I was like, I am so done. I'm done. But I just wanted to say that to Kirby, like, that wasn't directed at her. Like, I don't even know her. And then now the other thing I wanted to say was to Matthew. Jinkies and Matthew, by the way, I did email you from what from the email that I got from your channel. I assume that's the accurate one. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and say what I said. So Jinky's this, and as we all know, she's the victim. But being the person that I am, I was supporting who I thought was a friend. I didn't know I was wrong, but so, and she continued and was so upset how everybody was treating her, and how Matthew, according to her, was just degrading her and all these things, and and I'd seen some things that was being said, and one of the things in particular that really it pushed me to go ahead and help Jinkies, as I was seeing these things that, like, some of the things that was said to Auntie Sherry, and that was really, like, I was like, wow, I can't believe this person would do that, because again, I don't know Matthew, but I've just seen these few things, and then obviously what I'm being told. So once again, I think I'm helping a friend, and she says, he's just out to get her, and she's just fearful, and all of the bull BS. Okay. And so I'm like, okay, well, and little did I know she already had the reports and everything that she was saying that she supposedly needed. I didn't know she already had them, and she plain bluntly said it the other night on one of her lives when she said exactly, oh, well, I got it off this report of this is what was said by the police and yada yada. So I'm like, you didn't even need me to do anything for you. But I did do a FOIA for that report for Jinkies, but I never went through with it. It was brought to me like, okay, well, this is the things that we have, by that point, I had already started seeing what was happening, and I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. And then I'll be honest, I seen I got scared. I got scared because I seen what was, the fighting and stuff with who is it that he was fighting, Buddy, yeah. And I was nervous. I was really nervous, and I'm like, you know what? This is not worth it. And then I got to thinking about Marley and how precious he is, and I just said, I'm done. I'm done. And I said I'm not doing it, and I just told her they didn't have anything, and I dropped it. I don't know. I know Matthew had said something in his live that he knew that I had tried to do something, but he didn't know how I was going to pay for it. I don't know if if that's what he's talking about or not, but that's the only thing I've ever tried to do for her. But
Wicked.
She gone.
We're not hogs. We don't have a voice here. We can have a voice at you where you are. You cannot have a voice here. Please get rid of her.
She can say I'm lying. I don't care. Like,
She's a damn liar. She fucking knows it.
What would be the point? What
You know,
in lying about that? Like, he clearly knows that she has
You know
gone to
what?
these
You keep
extents.
saying you have
Pinky, you're the one that had all his information.
Jinkies,
Do
but
it
you
with.
don't have shit, and you haven't shown shit. Get the hell out of here.
She gone.
You're the
she's
one
a little
that
bit triggering, guys.
all the information on him.
I bet this will trigger me right now. I mean, oh, hell no.
I mean, she's put us through some crap. Not gonna lie, Miss Chewy.
Well, y'all see me out there. So
No,
actually,
Wait.
this has been all transparency, okay?
Poof, be gone.
Complete transparency. Yeah, but we did talk about it. Yeah, we wanted to see if we, because of the body cam with Miss Ann. Yeah, we decided. We were talking about it. I talked about it. I said, let's see if we can get the body cam footage from his where he, his DV charges basically. And I had a hand in it, and I apologize.
Sailor, that's funny. I rebuked them demons.
so since
That's gonna
you
get clipped.
You know, and you're trying to protect your friend, and you see all these horrible things these people are just seem like they're doing to her, and you believe it because you're hearing one side.
right.
Sorry, I made the mistake of looking at Matthew's comment while you were talking.
So
you're gonna.
That's fine.
Like they wow. I don't care. She can say I'm lying, but ultimately whether, you ask me or because she didn't directly ask me herself to get it for her, but she constantly was saying, this is what I need. How can we get this? How can we get that? And Miss Chewy knows that that's just part of what I do in my advocacy work. But ultimately,
Holy water in the chat.
But ultimately, whether it doesn't matter. The whole point is she was pushing for it. She wanted it. How can she get it? And that's just it. And I was like, okay, all right. So, and I shouldn't have. I questioned it. I even said, I'm scared to even follow through with this. And so I didn't give her any information. She had already had it, to be honest. And so, but I did want to, take accountability for that. Because that part I did do.
I don't know why I'm shaking my head. I don't know about this. I'm just agreeing.
No, but anyway,
accountability is the best thing you can do.
Well, and that's all I'm trying to do is, because there's no point. What's the point? I'm sitting here ratting on my own self, but apparently I'm lying about it.
I do it all the time, and I lie.
Yeah. But anyway, she can go
suck a big one.
Big toe. I mean, I did absolutely nothing to that girl at all.
Nothing, y'all. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And she's done 11 lives. We did one. She's done 11 sitting there lying and bashing and just flat out lies.
Worst part Is seeing friends that were
And
with
every
us
time, you
that
guys seen it too. I seen it in y'all's. They were talking about it. Every time you schedule a live, she is right there scheduling her live first. She's gonna make
well,
sure she's her loud as
Yes,
Just
Diamond,
because
you're
you're
right. She lies
loud as
so
one in
freaking
the room
much.
doesn't make you right, hun. What you did to your friends was wrong.
told her, remember I said, go live when he goes live.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
It'll keep your people at your place. It'll help.
I not
What?
only lost my friend, I lost 2 other friends that were near and dear to me. 2 friends that I thought were my friends.
And it broke her
To-
heart, y'all. Like,
I
honestly,
didn't know them very long, but I really liked them.
I loved them. I grew to love them so fast. And then seeing them lying right along with her in that chat just makes you question humans in a whole. Literally, it's like, you were there. You know the truth. What are you doing? You just want to shake them.
She's very narcissistic. Yes, White Widow baby. She's narcissistic. It just floors me. She lies about everything. Everything.
What did she say she had screenshots of Brandy just then?
I did not read what
I don't
she
even
said.
know.
of my
I don't
part
care.
in
But
Matthew's
she doesn't have time
body
to
cam
get up and
footage.
do all that. She doesn't have time to get up and do because she's so busy.
Of your part.
Of my
Of your
part
part of what?
To be honest,
of the
you guys.
Matthew.
To be honest,
Jason.
what? Oh, I'm sorry.
Shh, shh, shh. Of my part in the Matthew body cam.
Okay, well, the thing is,
That was embarrassing, actually.
when she was showing me info on Matthew, and I sent something back and said, "Is this it?" Did y'all see how fast she scrolled through those messages to get to that one and say, "Look, see, she was looking you up, girl. Y'all got to show the whole
All of
proof."
them.
Yeah, you
All
got to
of
show it
the-
all.
All of the messages.
You can't pick and choose. You can't do that. You say you got screenshots, pull all of them out and show them with context. Or we can. It's up to you. I'm showing grace. I have went through and gotten everything I can find that's relevant to the lies y'all have said, and I will absolutely use
There's
every
a lot of stuff,
to
y'all.
prove their lie.
A lot.
So I'm warning you, keep lying and I'll show the proof. And don't be whining. You showed our private messages. We'll quit telling our private lives online and lying about it. We'll show the proof. I'll
And
only show
honestly, the Lone Star Queen, you are all like her.
You cut out. What did you say?
I said I like Lone Star Queen. She's pretty
me
awesome.
too, Matthew. Yeah, they're always bragging about you, Lone Star Queen. I'm not gonna lie. They're always
I wear
you
body
always
cam
talking.
every time.
Diamond said she hasn't seen any receipts.
Me either. Except for one message about me saying, "Is this it?" about Matthew, where she scrolled
What?
through all the messages to get to my one, and I'm like, "Show
No.
up, go scroll
She
up."
means over here.
Are you talking about here or are you talking about at Jinkies?
No, Jinkies,
Because-
we've shown our crap, and I can show more if they want to
At
keep
Miss-
lying.
Yeah, go to
If
Miss
you
Julie
tell
for
us what
everything.
you want to see, you want us to prove something?
Yeah,
You can do
Diamonds,
it.
tell us.
Right,
We'll do it.
yes, please, because there are, oh my God, the amount of stuff to show is exhausting.
You said no.
So,
Oh, you're not.
Well,
a
if there's
lunatic.
something y'all
No,
want
yeah.
proof of, come ask us. I'm not doctoring crap like they said. I'm over here doctoring crap. I got them skills. I'll pull up, like I said, I will pull up. Y'all all know I have no problem pulling up a whole group and scrolling through that message and showing it live time. And
And you
everyone
could-
else will complain, but they want to lie about it, don't they? What, Wicked?
I was just going to say, everybody, complains about. Oh, look
No,
at she's
Jamie, you're
screenshotting
not
everything.
blocked.
Well, y'all want receipts. That's how it happens. She has screenshots, and she is too busy to get up off her lazy ass, huh? And
Oh,
show
thanks.
the receipts. It's
Oh,
because she
that's what I
has
wanted.
none. That's why. If
That's
she
what I
had,
wanted to
it would
say.
be. And-
all she would tell us is drama sells, guys. I need to get a fight up on my panel. Yeah, I've said drama sells because drama freaking sells. It's so sad how good drama sells. But she was always the one looking for drama to sell it. And that's the honest truth because we heard it a million times privately in our chats. You're not blocked, Jamie. Is that what you said, Juicer?
No, I said
Oh,
I wanted to tell him about
Diamonds.
is Bad Apples and the Dolly one. Oh,
I was, but I'm
Um,
bad apples. What did I post about Dolly there?
no, the one for Dolly that was made from Turtle Island that she asked you about.
Oh, I'm
Remember
sorry.
that?
It was funny though, wasn't it? Oh no, I don't want to go there. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Um,
Bubbles.
Yes.
I gotta let Juicer finish. I got nervous.
okay. I
forgot.
need to.
So-
let me tell one thing, okay?
okay.
So Jinky's done a live where she addressed disability in that people on disability needed to basically get up and get a job. Okay. Some of the people in our personal chat took got very offended on that because Biscuit Head, for one, is disabled, and she took offense to it, saying that Jinky, maybe you think I need to get a job. Biscuit Head can't walk, y'all.
Oh yeah.
So then Jinkies
Sorry,
decided
Diamonds.
that she was going to say, "Well, this wasn't about Brandy. It had nothing. We never said it had anything to do with Brandy. We were upset because our friends were upset because they thought that Jinkies was talking about every disabled person, not Bubbles, and she was saying basically that it was toward Matthew, basically.
And her saying I'm sitting there talking about her before any of this happened, I don't have $1 million. I will give someone $1 million in that group if they can find me talking bad about Jinkies. Before I said I didn't want her group with me when I was mad about Kirby. And then in between Kirby and her leaving the groups because she was trying to down Bubbles. I don't sit and talk bad about my friends. Find it and show me.
So
Hi, Auntie True Crime. Good to see you.
something that I do need to say about this whole thing about Jinky saying that she would have never fought with him had it not been for dumplings. That never happened. That was not true.
What? Wait, what?
She inserted herself in your
Who
fight.
did? I did?
She
No,
was fighting with
Jinkies.
Matthew about chill milling
Jinkies.
before Dumpling got into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And remember, she sits over there and she says how she would have never been fighting with Matthew had it not been
That
for
was
Dumpling.
pretty obvious, though.
And that's not the truth. Okay. And then the other thing I want to say, and I can't say who told it to me, but someone told me that they spoke with Jinkies when she was at work pulling in, and they were told that, oh, it's okay, I can sit here, I do this all the time, and I call the woman on the phone and tell them to come out and talk to me while I sit in the parking lot. So somebody that works that hard, you want to go real life on us, there you go.
And I don't even care. I'm not even going to say any of that because I don't even care if you say a lie on me, I don't freaking care unless, like, if I can prove it, I'll show something to prove it. But if it's a lie, it's kind of like Bubbles. Like, go ahead, Jinkies, lie on her because it's lies lies aren't that impactful when you know it's not true about yourself.
Yes.
You get what
Lone
I'm
Star.
saying?
Yes. And every day I kid you, every single day she would talk about I should say every day that she came in to the chat or whatever to talk,
You call them
she would
dumplings?
talk about Matthew. What?
Did you say dumplings?
Because
No, I
juice
didn't.
dumplings.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't mean dumplings.
No, it's okay. It's just funny.
Well, can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to finish what I was saying a while ago. Well, actually, and add one thing to it. When I heard that Jinky, like people were saying, Jinky's people are the ones that was calling Matthew's son the R word, and that really upset me because that's just not okay. So, and everybody kept saying Jinky's people.
Where'd Turtle Talk go?
I don't know.
Go ahead. Sorry.
That everybody kept saying Jinky's people. So I was like, wait, okay, so is it Jinky's people? Or did Jinky say it? And if it's Jinky's people, and at that point in time, I was trying to protect Jinky's, because if Jinky's wasn't the one that said it, why are we blaming Jinky's? Okay, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna reach out to somebody just Debbie, and ask her if she knows who it was that is saying these things. And she told me she didn't know, but that she was going to find out for me. And I didn't hear anything, and then I asked her again, and because I still was hearing Jinky's people, and I wanted to know who was saying these things that's just not okay at all. And then, hold on, Diamonds, you said it in RC's. I said what?
Remain calms.
Remain calms.
Said what though?
What did she say?
Hey, Ozzy.
Did you ever go into Remain Calms?
Jamie?
Yeah.
Jamie, I don't think she hates him. To be honest.
But to finish what I was saying though is, like, I wanted to know who it was, and not because I was trying to be a snake, but because I want to know legitimately who is saying these things about this child. And if it's this person or that person, well, I'm not okay with that. I'm not trying to support that. And so that's why I even went to Debbie. Not because I was trying to be a snake to attack Jinkies or to find something. I wasn't on this witch hunt that she likes to say, to find something against her. And I just wanted to make that known. But hold on.
And Remain Calms, you said you wanted to reach out to Debbie to find out what was said, who said that about Marley.
Okay, yeah. Okay. To see if yeah. Because I legitimately wanted to know, and because I personally had not heard Jinky say that, but that doesn't mean she didn't say it. And so I wanted to know, because like I said earlier, when Darren was on her panel using that word over and over and it was hurting people, I was like, nope, we can't do this and that. And I clearly showed that I'm going to advocate for...
Kind of like stand up for what's right no matter who's on the other side, right?
Right. And so that was my whole reasoning in even reaching out, because I didn't have any problems with Debbie. As a matter of fact, the conversation was a really kind conversation. And but Jinkies turned it around like that was me being a snake, and that's so not the case. I mean, honestly, now I should have been investigating her, but I didn't know I had to. I didn't know I needed to.
And when she said I didn't stick up for her, I've stuck up for her. I've talked on Sun King being a father when I shouldn't have, when we heard her side of it. You know, I tried to stand up for her to Daisy on Brad's because Daisy said, you know, I gotta stand up for her, and then I stood up for her, and then Daisy started yelling I was lying. I was like, okay, fine. I don't know. But what I wouldn't stand up for her that I think she got mad about was when Matthew said, or someone on Matt Sales said on Matthew's panel, what do you think about her saying someone needs to jump off the bridge or something like that? I said, I will not stand up for that. I'm not condoning that because I don't think that's okay. That's my personal opinion of my own human being. I'm not going to stand up for that. If your own best friend, if your own sister says something that's not right, you don't have to stick up for it. You can tell them they're wrong. You know that, right? Anyone?
Right.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Not y'all. I'm just mean like anyone in general.
Right.
Sorry,
No.
you were reminding me of things as you go.
Yeah, no, I got you. It's just something that I wanted to say because I seen where people had been saying, well, maybe, you know, if she was trying to be a snake or maybe she wasn't. And I legitimately wasn't, even though that's what she likes to portray, and that's fine. She can do what she feels she needs to do to drag me, and you know, and she's going to continue, and that, you know, go ahead, see what you can find.
You know what?
You've already put out a whole bunch of stuff that she knows could she knows, and I'll just go ahead and say this, she knows that I have a stalker. She knows that,
like a real life one, guys.
Yeah.
Like one that's been put in jail and is out now.
Right, thank you.
Escape.
And yeah, and they absolutely cannot even find him. And I can pull the Vine link up and show anybody that wants to know that.
But she does not care because.
But yeah, exactly. But she wants to go real life and put stuff like that out on me. And but how dare us say anything wrong about her?
And we haven't said
Man,
anything.
I wish Turtle Talk wouldn't have got down because I wanted to pull up that screenshot.
Address that.
Turtle Talk, can you come back up here for a second? Let me text
She's
her.
probably in bed. It's getting late. We've been on here for 3 minutes. But yeah, I know. It is important. I agree. Could have got somebody really hurt. I mean, yes, escaped. And not to mention the stuff she's saying about.
I'm not talking about her freaking home life.
It's like
Lone Star, that's funny.
It seriously get somebody really hurt. I mean, it just blew my mind when she was just spewing out of her mouth like that. And let me tell
Matthew.
you something too, Jinkies, about your 11th or 10th, 11th live. I said to Miss Chewy, we know you got secrets. We know you know secrets. And Miss Chewy said, and
trim her hair.
And
she's
she
never
will not
pulled
give
any
those secrets out.
Any of your secrets like that. She's never said, because I'll tell you what, I was ready. I wanted to know. But Miss Chewy is still, she's a good woman. Very good woman.
She is. And we know crap we could be telling. And even after the crap she said about me and my husband, I still have no interest in hurting someone the way they hurt me because two rights don't make a wrong. I don't care what I know. I'm not going to do that.
Yes, she did apologize, which, I mean, it's sad that it took you saying something to her, but I'm glad she apologized.
The damage was already done. I mean,
I know.
But still, I didn't know she apologized, but still, it's just.
No, I wasn't calling you a boy. That was all Abigail. And the reason I went and took that, actually, I didn't take that.
I probably screenshotted that because it made me mad.
No,
Why?
I think Jinky sent us pictures of how diamonds looked because none of us knew. I think that was Jinky's.
But that was also when Abigail was talking about the boy, the
Yeah.
What'd she say? Fugly boy is exactly what she said.
Yeah, so someone sent me that screenshot and I sent it to Abigail when she asked what you looked like or something. I didn't call you a boy.
No, Abigail called her a fugly boy after she come to us whining about how Diamonds had threatened her, and I'll leave it alone because it wasn't true. that was Abigail.
I don't have anything bad to say about Huntress either, Regina.
Diamond
The
says it's on her
alcoholic
channel.
thing though, huh?
She says it's on her channel though.
Hold on, I'll look. The alcoholic thing that Jinky's tried to bring up, she said I didn't say it, and then she said I did. She knows what I told her. I don't care what she tries to say. She was the one that talked disgustingly about Huntress. And before I came around, she didn't like Huntress because when I came in, she already didn't like Huntress, and she talked really gross about her. I don't want to say anything bad about her because that bridge has been crossed and it's done. It's on my channel though.
No, Diamonds.
Shots fired.
I tried to explain
to
her
that, yeah.
that was a saying, shots fired, meaning you're the one that took the first step, and she took that so offensive, and I'm like,
you were going to come shoot her and everything. We did have to try to explain that to her, that you weren't literally meaning you're going to shoot her, that it was with words.
I don't understand. How do you, I'm trying to remember. How do you know why I took the screenshot? And I asked that because shots fired was when Abigail was flipping out thinking you were threatening her. It wasn't us. We all tried to tell her, like they just said. So one of them took that screenshot. Yeah, I'm confused.
But we probably need to end it. It's been 3.5 hours.
Wait, I have a few more things.
Okay.
Miguel says we threw her in a group. Jinky's brought her to us. None of us knew her, and we were all scared to trust her. She said
I left the group because she got brought in because someone said that she just came from Daisy's.
Oh, okay, Regina. I didn't know she was in here. I see now. Sorry. What, Wicked? Yeah. Wicked literally left the group because she said, I don't know any of these people. I'm getting freaked out. The other thing, I saw someone in Matthew's chat say, I got someone to help dig up info. I'm not going to say the name because I'm not giving them my attention because they're psycho. I helped dig up something to try to hurt her marriage with her husband or something. Not me, not anyone. Wicked accidentally messaged her husband on Facebook thinking it was her friend, another male, and she apologized to that girl and they were fine. And then after we fell out, all of a sudden Dumpling, and I didn't know about it until she said something to me and I had to go to Wicked and ask about it. Wicked was like, I was hoping you wouldn't find that out because I didn't want you to know. I was kind of trying to get y'all to quit fighting and be back together because you already got mad at other people causing you more troubles. And I was like, no, I understand. That's fine. Like, you could tell me stuff. So yeah, that was a whole accident that had been resolved until it's another one of those things, it's been resolved until they get angry and they bring it up and
or they need to the chat or
So my last thing I want to address, I see Debbie always comment and I block so many people. Guys, I am too sensitive. Even 4 years on YouTube, I am sensitive. I have not grown thick enough skin yet. Comments hurt my heart. I can't help it, even strangers. And if I see mean comments, my thing to do is just block it out, right? Block hurtful things out. So if you are blocked, it is because it hurts to see the things you guys say. I'm a human. I have real feelings. So it's not because I'm trying to hide. I don't talk about anyone that I have blocked. I just block them so I don't see their mean crap. And then Katie, I was saying I always need to clean her house. Girl, when were you at my house? And I am pretty messy, but you can come clean it. I don't know. That's all I want to say. I'm good now. I took notes while y'all were talking on what I wanted to bring up. No, you can't mod with feelings because, like that time I begged Jinkies, I was yelling, take my wrench so I can privately block these people. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
I have too strong of feelings. I get hurt, which is why I cry easily. I cry
Yes,
if I'm
facts
frustrated.
don't
I
have
cry if I'm
feelings.
angry. I cry if I'm sad. I cry because my feelings are strong. I can't take my I can take my feelings out of it unless, I don't know. I can't explain it.
You're being ganged up on a panel like that? Sorry, but that was horrible.
It's not just
Right.
that was frustration of, knowing they're lying and what you're trying to say is the truth, and then they keep telling you your own words are a lie, and it's just so frustrating. It makes me freaking, it has to come out somewhere.
Well,
You know,
I heard Remain Calm say something. I think it was today or yesterday, maybe. She says, "A lie don't care who calls it.
say it again.
A lie doesn't care who calls it, who tells it. A lie doesn't care who tells it.
I don't get it.
Anyone can tell a lie. A lie doesn't care who tells it."
A lie doesn't hurt your heart when you tell it, Carson.
Do you see what Diamond said to you, Dumpling?
Yeah, I didn't try to lie. It wasn't a lie. It was my wrong opinion. Do you get what I'm saying? It was a wrong opinion. I wasn't trying to lie to you. Do you get what I'm saying? If that makes sense. I wasn't trying to lie on you and make you someone you weren't, like she was doing with Bubbles. I brought a concern to her and let it go when she told me she's not worried about it. That's it. If someone wants to make that bigger, not you, but if she wants to make that bigger than it is, all I can do is tell what I was thinking and what I did, and she can tell what she wants. You know what I mean? Look at all
I want to thank everybody for coming in and listening. And keep in mind, if you have any questions, all you got to do is just ask them in the comments, and we'll be happy to oblige. But thank you guys. I'm going to step down, and
Yeah, I think I'm going to end it
I'll
too.
talk to y'all later. Thank you.
She never thought
you, Miss Trish.
negatively about you, Diamonds, until all of that went down, and
No.
then she was repeating what
Hold on,
Jinky
Wicked,
said,
we'll leave.
and then she even told us several times, I barely knew Diamonds, she was.
I'll tell you what got me. If I'll
Go
tell
ahead.
you what. So Debbie, guys, I know how much y'all love Debbie. I see. I'm not talking down on Debbie. It was just Debbie was the one that was constantly asking why I was blocking so many people. So I wanted to make sure she had the chance to hear my answer. I'm not talking down on her. She asked a question and I wanted to answer it, like showing my face. And then Diamonds, what made me so aggravated with you was you jumped up on Jinky's panel with me and told me I was between her and Diamonds and her and Daisy in one fight, and I was like, I could swear you had me mixed up with the wrong person. I just felt like you didn't like me from the beginning, and that was what I think started us off kind of rocky, because you already thought I'd done something wrong, and you were like looking at me side-eyed, and I was defensive of that. And then it went from that to me having the wrong opinion and assuming is wrong. I know what I took to Jinkies. So, but I'm not trying to talk down on Jinky. I mean, on Dom, I am trying to talk down on Jinkies because she's being a piece of crap. But okay, I'm sorry, I should have said that. Forgive me.
Girl.
I'm gonna let you go
Time
before I
to
say something else mean. Wicked, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate it. Everybody on panel, everybody in chat. Thanks for hearing us out. And, and give
All right,
us
I'm gonna hop down,
your
Wicked, if you
opinions.
know how to end
Thanks
it
for
out.
keeping it real.
Yeah.
All right.
And I just
Have a
hit
good
end
night.
live, right? Because I've never done this before. So,
The one you needed to
yeah.
ask is jump down.
All
Too
right.
late. Too late for
Y'all
what?
get out. Go away.
Okay,
I
bye.
love you guys.
Love you.
Y'all have a good night.
You too.
I appreciate y'all listening. Thank you very much. I'll talk to y'all later.